Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Another happy landing.
What's up, everybody? I'm Big Lovin. That's Don DellaSnooch. And that's Dragon Buddy. I probably got it backwards because I can't fucking do this shit upside down and inside out. Welcome to episode 109. Moonknight, bitches.
You did an excellent job of doing it upside down, whatever the fuck that means.
Upside down. I like it. Clankety clank, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Bitches in tow.
Bitches in tow. I like it. That's nice too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be all over the place. I'm just going to let you know because I got to switch between apps on my phone and look at the screen and then do the things and the microphone. And I have COVID, so it's all fucked.
Mm-hmm. Did you say what the episode was about?
Yeah. Were you there?
No.
Moonknight? We're talking about Moonknight, episode 109?
Yeah, must have.
I'm here.
I might have missed it.
Well, you need to possibly get your shit together.
I thought about it. Why don't we start off with Brady's week since it's all about getting my shit together?
Brady's week ain't been nothing spectacular because Brady got home from work Friday, found out his father-in-law had COVID, so he decided to do a test because, hey, he wants to be responsible. I'm going to a Comic-Con Saturday. I'm going to be meeting and greeting with people, shaking hands, kissing babies, that whole good stuff. I take a test. Lo and behold, I have fucking COVID. Fucking yay. So, the Motor City Comic-Con that I was supposed to go to with Don, supposed to get our picture and autograph with Freddie Prinze Jr., a.k.a. Kanan Jarrus from Rebels. Yeah, I didn't get to be a part of that, dude. And instead, I wallowed in my own sadness within the home front, and I've pretty much been quarantined in my fucking bedroom. With the exception going to the kitchen to get food or whatever and coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been living up here playing fucking Lego Skywalker Saga and fucking sleeping in NyQuil comas and watching. I watched the Last Dance, Michael Jordan Last Dance, Chicago Bulls on Netflix. I watched that whole series again, in and out of coma. I watched Moonknight again, in and out of coma. Just, yeah, it's fucking fun. Yay.
COVID fever dream.
Yeah, I don't even know what's been happening. Sweating and I'm cold. I don't know what's up. It's been horrible. So nothing has been, I've had COVID since the last show, and it's fucking shitty poo-poo pants.
Yeah. So the flip side of that is you called me on Friday as I was getting ready to go out with a bunch of friends and was like, hey, I just found out I have COVID and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no fucking shit. I'm only supposed to go out and be with people in a few minutes. So I went downstairs and fucking tested myself to make sure I didn't have the COVID. And I tested negative. So I went out with some friends, which was an outside gathering anyway. So,
but they were making out, so.
Yeah, but not with me.
Yeah, they were.
No, the only person that kissed me was fucking Whiskey.
And a dude.
Well, his name was Whiskey. Why are you being a dick?
Whiskey.
Fucking
How's
judging
it going? My name's
Judgerton
Ted
over
Whiskey. How you doing?
there. So then the next morning.
Brief I can never say his fucking name.
Why can't
he
you
came
say
here to drink
extrapolation?
beer and talk about pee-pee, and he's all out of beer.
Yeah, well,
He's ready to talk about the pee-pee.
put it on the
Fans,
table, homie.
Join the party.
Measure twice, cut once.
Oh, not the pee-pee.
Well, unless maybe you need to.
Well, if there's enough to trim off a little bit, go ahead. So
That's a problem I don't have.
I I got up Saturday, took another fucking COVID test just to make sure, and then we went to that Comic-Con. I met the wing commander and got my photo taken with him.
Did you say anything to him?
No.
You just
They just
like
kind
a
of
weirdo, you just kind of snuggled up to him. You're like,
uh-huh. They herd you in like cattle, and then chick, and then you're gone.
I still throw shit in there to say.
Oh, I called him the wing commander.
Nice.
He just fucking side smiled at me.
Nice.
Hey, you got
That's
the side smile.
That's all you got.
Yeah.
That's all you need
Yeah.
to give him.
He knows.
He knows what's up.
He knows. Everybody's in there fucking dressed like Scooby-Doo characters and shit.
Except for
And-
you guys.
And you know he's happy he got paid for that, but there was never a time where he was like, yeah, but I'm Fred.
Right. Exactly.
You know, he was never like, it's not, it can't be my claim to fame that I'm Fred.
Kane and Jarrett for me. Kane and Jarrett for me.
Yeah. Tested again Friday or Monday morning to make sure I could take my ass to work. And got out of work Tuesday and went to the gym, got into the truck, and the truck was stuck in 4 low.
What?
It wasn't in 4-wheel drive when I went into the gym, but when I came out it was.
That's weird.
And it would not come out of 4 low. So I had to drive it all the way to the garage where they were going to work on it. And they put a new transfer case in it for $760.
Oh, my poo pants.
So when I left the gym, I knew that I was going to get boned. So I drove straight over to the taco place. I ordered 3 quesadilla tacos and a margarita. And I was like, fuck it. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy myself. And I fucking hit tacos. And then I rolled over and dropped off the truck, flipped it off, and left.
So how soon are you getting rid of that truck?
Not soon enough, because my dad fucking stepped on the sidebar or step bar today and it broke clean off the fucking truck. I cannot get out of that truck any faster.
Oh, my God, dude. That's awful.
I just I bought this truck. It had 140,000 miles on it. So it was, I mean, whatever, but it was a reasonable bargain.
Now we know
I got
why.
it home and I noticed how much body damage it had because I didn't see all the body damage it had when I looked at it the first time. It almost looked like the woman that had been driving her husband around in it hit everything twice.
Didn't quite make the turn correctly.
Yeah, that she
Every time.
definitely had a habit of parking it in a spot where some branches rubbed up against the one side, and she didn't know about it. So the paint was all nerfed on the one whole side, and then what looked like a little rust spot turned to be the whole fender on both sides. It was just all under the paint. Like it's just been dink, dink, dink. I've fucking replaced the fuel pump. I've fucking replaced the oil pressure sensor 3 times.
That's crazy.
That's
So, and then I just found out for that particular year truck, you have to put in the OEM one or it'll keep fucking up.
No, that's nice to find out on the third one.
You know what the difference
bullshit.
between the price of the aftermarket one and the OEM one is?
Like $100.
No, it's exactly the same fucking price.
What the fuck?
That's
If
crazy.
anybody could have fucking told me you need this one, not this one, that'd have been great.
Oh,
It's a nice truck. There's really very little wrong with it, but damn it, if I don't have to fix everything on this thing. So that pretty much brings us up to now. Oh,
ouch.
and the people that we're going on our vacation with decided they were going to have a catastrophic fucking argument. And the one person moved out.
Oh,
So we're going to go on a cruise with the the spouse, well, not with, like in a different cabin from the spouse of the person that my wife is friends with.
But not the other person.
But not the
not the
person we
friend.
wanted to go on the cruise with.
Not the friend.
It doesn't
the spouse.
matter. None of these people that are going on this cruise listen to this show.
No,
But-
it's just fucking weird.
and you're just like, the fuck?
What just
So
happened?
like we're literally driving down to Florida with the guy that we were going to go on the cruise with, and he's just going to hang out in Florida with some family while we go on a 7-day cruise.
That's crazy. That's fucking weird.
It's a little strange.
Shit's getting out of control. Enjoy that, bro. Thank God you got the drink pass.
Right? 15 drinks a day, challenge accepted.
Right? I'm gonna stay drunk.
We can do this.
I'm pretty
Do it.
sure that I'm going to run out of drinks every day. Which is sad because 3 of those days I'm going to spend 8 hours off the boat.
Stay drunk. Stay drunk, my friends.
Stay drunk, my friend. Absolutely.
Chantel, fuck Florida. Whatever, I'm sending him over to your place.
He's gonna hang out with Shinobi.
He's hanging out with Shinobi the whole time. So anyway, that's my week. Chris, tell us about what happened with you.
Well, now I fucking feel bad because I had a weekend of really doing jack shit. Kelly and I, Lunar Girl and I, decided to take a ride to Port Jervis to return a GameCube that my daughter bought when she was visiting. Wouldn't read discs. Little comic book stop in Port Jervis, collectibles and whatnot. And guy was really nice. He was able to. I don't have the proprietary gear to pull the GameCube apart to tighten down anything. So we brought it in. He's like, "Do you mind if I just take a look at it?" And it was just the disc reader just needed to get tightened a little bit.
Oh, nice.
And so we brought it in. He fixed it for us, no problem. And while we were there, bought like this giant 2-foot tall tauntaun with.
That was the place.
That was the place. Yep.
It's
Okay.
fucking sweet.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was like the highlight of my weekend off. I really don't know what else I did other than just fuck off. So compared to truck problems and some strange vacation stuff and Corona, I was pretty boring. And
That's
then went
okay,
back to work.
That's okay though.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, boring week for me. And it's my weekend on, so it'll be kind of boring through. I might mow the lawn. I don't know, feeling kind of cute.
Oh, feeling cute. Gonna mow the lawn and something sexy.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
I like
hot.
I like it. Is kind of nice. It's like you like this baby blue number with a little white apron.
And I have no neighbors, so I probably won't be wearing pants mowing the lawn. Not weed whacking though, because that's just a safety hazard.
That's
And
dangerous, right? You could
Yeah, it's
flip a
just-
rock, hit you in the. You don't want to be a part of that.
It's like cooking bacon. Put pants on for cooking the bacon. Take them off for eating the bacon.
I'm so furry though. I cook bacon shirtless.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, shirtless is a bit of a bear. So
but I'm a hairy fellow, so I just catch it in my catchers.
you catch the stuff.
In my little
Okay,
catchers.
so
Don't no.
I'm gonna
listen.
just while I'm thinking about this, anybody out there that's listening to this show, send me the address of your local comic book shop so I can send them one of the brand new Escape Pod posters so they can put in their door.
I
So
just-
wherever you get your
I'm like,
books
what
at,
the fuck is this? Chunk in the trash.
yeah, send me their address. I'll be like, hey,
Don
What's
DellaSnooch
in
is
your
so
window?
bold. He's so fucking bold. He's like, I'm just gonna send these to random comic chicks, and they're gonna put them up. I spent all this money on them, and they're gonna be like, "Fuck yeah, dude!
yeah,
I don't know who the fuck you are, little kid."
I fucking put it on my
Absolutely.
comic store.
absolutely. That way I can promote them and they can promote us.
It's not good.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a win-win, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Win-win.
Okay, guys. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys.
This guy. Mother.
Okay.
Hmm?
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just
Bing bong.
saying. Bing bong. Fuck your life.
Bing bong, fuck your life. Come on, girl.
Bing
Bing
bong,
bong, fuck your life. Bing bong, fuck your life. Oh, girl. Bing bong, fuck your life. Sorry. It's got to happen. You got to let that out.
Just let it go.
You can find us in all your favorite podcasts on all the socials. Check out the Red 5 Network for all kinds of excellent podcasts, just like this one.
Just like it.
Or mostly different, to be honest.
Mostly different, but just like
Mostly.
but mostly
maybe,
different.
Maybe one less fuck and 2 less shits.
Probably a lot less fucks.
Every podcast has less fucks than this.
It's possible. Yeah. Sorry. Charles, Sir Charles was had a funny story about how our show just came over his Bluetooth with his 12-year-old in the back, and he might or might not have learned some words or
Colorful
some words he had already learned because he is 12, and I remember being 12 and learning lots of new things.
Yeah, at 12, Mike had a bigger vocabulary than me.
I remember when I was in elementary school, we were doing a field trip to the zoo, and we were coming back from the zoo, coming on base, and it was my dad, me, and like 2 or 3 other kids, and they were in the back seat, and this dude like cut my dad off or something. I don't exactly remember, but my dad lost his ever-loving shit. You motherfucking son of a bitch, get the fuck out the fucking blah, blah, blah. And these kids, I look back, and they're like, oh. And then when we get to the school, like, dude, your dad's so fucking cool.
Right?
It's like, you're the coolest dad in the world. Just because he was cussing, we're like in like 3rd grade or some shit like that.
Your dad's hardcore.
Yeah, he was. I think he was gonna kill him. I really think he was gonna kill him.
Shout out to Joker Voice. Hit 200 subs over the weekend.
Yeah. Congratulations, buddy.
He's going to take that
Congrats,
as a
dude.
sign that he needs to work on his merch.
Yep. He's going to get them some merch going, and part of the proceeds are going to go to a good charity, one that supports stuttering and speech impediments. So good stuff.
Yep.
What's up, Mr. Rothcom?
As he is done, and a lot of other Red 5 networks are picking up the call, we're going to do that for our merch sales as well. We're going to donate all the proceeds from our merch to what's the name of it, DB?
Nerds Never Say Die. Listen to the Salty Nerd podcast. They did a great pod on mental health awareness and the effects of it's hard to talk to people, and find somebody to talk to, but there's always someone out there willing to listen, whether you're being bullied, whether you're being pushed around, or, life's got you down. It's a good charity. We're going to reach out to Danny Ballard. He's a regular on the Salty Pod Nerdcast. And it's a Las Vegas based nonprofit dedicated to mental health awareness and suicide prevention. Danny is a suicide survivor, and he knows firsthand that it's hard to find somebody to talk to. You feel like you're all alone, and you're never all alone. There's always somebody. And Nerds Never Say Die sounds like an awesome charity nonprofit to donate some money to help out. You can check them out at nerdsneversaydie.org.
Nice.
Little website tells them about themselves, and they have a podcast link to it. Good stuff. So
great.
Thank you, Salty Nerd. If you're listening to this as an audio podcast, you should really consider joining us live Wednesday nights, 7:05, mostly. YouTube.com/C/ATSW The Escape Pod.
Hell yeah. And while you're at it, why don't you join our Patreon? Go to patreon.com, search ATSW The Escape Pod. Look for a search. You can join $1 a month. As little as $1. You can go all up to the big bucks, $20, and you can be that guy, and we'll be loving that guy. Some of us, like Don, get on our knees for that guy. Not all of us, but Don does, and that's nice. Look at him go. He's got moves. And he's soulless because he's a ginger. So
right,
you got that going for you. So with your donation, you get a soulless Don DellaSnooch action figure. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, definitely.
Ninja grip.
It's got
soulless action
ninja
figure.
and kung fu grip.
Yes.
Yeah. So It's pretty fucking intense. So join our Patreon, ATSW Escape Pod. Search us. You'll find us. You'll donate $1, maybe 20. You get that kung fu grip that Don's bringing to the table, and everything is lovely.
Kung Fu grip.
Hey,
It makes
my
it-
God. What is that?
Makes
Is it like tiger
really
paw?
hard to eat pizza.
Wow.
Is it like tiger paw? What is that?
That's my Kung Fu grip.
That's frightening grip. I can't do anything with this small Whopper Junior.
Crouching
hands.
tiger.
Yeah. You can hold a
Tiger,
Whopper,
hidden
but it
grip.
sags in the middle because you got no support. It's a whole
I don't
thing.
like it. I don't like it. That's
Tiger
that's
grip.
creepy fingers.
Sneaky tickle.
Ooh,
Hey,
ooh.
sneaky tickle for the pickle. It's not in the notes, but
Nope.
check out the Red 5 Network Gaming on YouTube and Twitch. You can find videos that I make there. You find videos 97 Bravo makes. You can find 97 Bravo and Kelly and General Shinobi and a Mandalorian all fucking playing SWTOR. Like it's gonna be the new spot. So join or subscribe to Red 5 Gaming Network, Red 5 Network Gaming on Twitch and YouTube.
Hell yeah.
And please visit our store on tpublic.com. Search ATSW The Escape Pod. Make sure you scroll all the way down. Check out all the sweet swag that you can pick up for yourself that's got our faces on it. Or
That's
our
pictures
buckets
of
on
our
it.
faces and buckets.
Or buckets. Pick up the swag. Get the swag. Get this shirt right here. This shirt,
Get it.
super dope.
So
Yeah.
nice.
I get all kinds of compliments on said shirt.
It is a solid shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, get you some, and then like we said, everything that we make from our merch will all go to charity. We don't need the money, but we'll be happy to share it with somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Follow us at ATSW _ the escape pod on the gram.
Hell yeah.
And at the escape pod on Twitter, and join the ATSW the escape pod Facebook group. So much fun in there. Lots of shenanigans. You never know where you're going to end up joining that group. I want to thank Tina once again. She is the queen of our Facebook group. She posts the dankest of memes.
The dankest of memes.
For sure.
Yeah. You don't even need to smoke it. You're just like, holy fuck.
Wow.
You
am
get all
dankest
kinds of great
for
shit,
seeing
like
it.
the weird conversation I had with the Facebook troll today.
That was funny.
That was pretty
funny.
entertaining. When
I-
They
I,
stuck around longer than I would have.
Yeah, I just like it's at what point do you realize I'm trolling you back?
right. That
I
was
think at the point where they said, when you were like still interested, and they were like, "Are you?"
Yeah.
Wow. That was a
Yeah, I
whole
was
nother
like,
level.
that was aggressive.
That's a commitment.
I almost got aroused a little bit.
There was
Oh my
possums
goodness.
involved. It was or
Yeah,
at least
and then
parts of
and then
possums.
she was like, or he or whoever it was like, well, do you got a Cash App or some other shit? And I'm like, yeah, are you gonna send me some money?
Wow.
I got a lot of student loans. And they're like, no, you send me money. And I'm like, I'm not gonna send you any money. You send me money. And that was
Shoulda
the last
led
I
with
heard
that.
from him. Yeah, should have led with that. Your sales pitch is a bit off.
Right.
It's a
What do
bit
you know?
fun.
I have five $500 Target gift cards right in front of me. You got a pen?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna need at one point I asked for all of their contact info. And they were like, what do you need our contact info for? And I'm like, this is how this works. You fuck with me and I make you go fuck yourself. Bing bong.
Fuck your life.
You fucking with the wrong one.
You chose poorly.
You know what I used to do to like people who would call to try and get you on the phone, scam you on the phone? I would like put the phone by the TV and walk away.
No,
like
what you do, what I used to do is when they call and be like, yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of Brady Lovin. If you don't know how to fucking pronounce my name, you're not trying to get a hold of me properly. So
Right.
yeah, hold on 1 second, and I put the phone down and I'd watch TV or whatever,
Me
and then I
too.
pick the phone back up and I'd be like, yeah, just 1 second, it'll be right there, and then just put the phone down. And then go about your business, and then pick it back up. You still there? Yeah, he'll be right there. Just hold on a little bit longer, and then put the phone, and then just keep going on. See how long you can get him to hold on the phone.
I got
Eventually, they'll
23
hang up.
minutes. I got 23 minutes out of a guy before I said, well, you realize he's not coming by now, right?
Yeah.
And as I was hanging up, I was told somewhere along the lines of going and fucking myself, but still worth it.
Nicely done. Yeah. I always like to get the, when the bill collectors would call, I would be like, yeah, man, let me go get my credit card. And I would come back and I'd read them a number. And they'd be like, well, it says it doesn't work. And I'm like, just give me a minute. I'll go get my other card. And I'd fucking fuck off for a little while and come back and be like, all right, 7434. Well, that one doesn't work either. And I'm like, well, fuck, I guess I'm broke. It's probably why I didn't pay you. Click.
Just hang up. Fuck off later, bitch.
I look at it as you can waste enough time to where they're not going to scam at least one other person.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished, man.
Right.
Mission accomplished.
Yep. Or give somebody else's number. Be like, oh no, he changed his number, bro. You got the wrong number. His new number is
I've never done that.
just a dick thing to do. People don't call you anymore because it's your fucking cell phone now. Like, if they do, it's like, we have been trying to reach you to refinance your student loans. Oh yeah, who's my student loans through now? Sir, we don't have that information in front of us. Well, then how do you know I have student loans?
How do you
fuck
expect
outta here
to
with
get
that
any
shit.
money? What are you going to apply it to?
Right. I couldn't give you my account number if I want because you don't know shit about it.
We see your account is way behind. If I can just have your account number.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You son of a bitch.
Wait a minute.
Hold on one
Hold on
second.
a second.
Wait 1 minute here.
LG is right. I am not allowed to answer the phone here because I will terrorize any person that's trying to spam me for something. Any telemarketer, hey, I know it's a job. You do your job. But part of that job is dealing with people like me.
It's true.
So it comes with it. Whatever you're making per hour, just realize that I might answer the phone when she ain't looking.
Yeah. Exactly.
You ever just try to get answer the phone with a telemarketer and you're in the throes of passion? Can I help you?
No.
Oh God. Yeah, no, hold on. He's here. Hold on. Oh my God. And then they get real uncomfortable real quick.
I have made it very uncomfortable for many a telemarketer.
Yeah.
How do you expect me to jerk off when you sound like that?
Right. You got to just say the creepiest shit to him, man. Really get him stirred up.
What's the odds that you can help me pull this spoon out of my ass?
Exactly.
No, it's not my spoon, you greedy bastard. GP is terrible, she says. Oh.
Yeah, this is true.
Brady.
What's up, dude?
Why don't you shout out our friends?
Our friends and family. The ones we give the shout out to. First and foremost, is this Sidebar Cantina. That is Dave and Jason. That is the homies. The New Jerseydophians. These motherfuckers. They were talking about the Beatles on Monday.
You know what?
It wasn't the Yellow Submarine. It was something about a Sergeant Pepper.
I like the Beatles. And listening to that show the other day made me realize how not connected to the Beatles I am.
Yeah.
I like some Beatles songs, and I always kind of considered myself a fan. And as they were going through stuff, I'm like, I guess I didn't know shit.
Yeah. That'll happen though.
Yeah. I didn't know none of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, But then next you've got, is it fucking used and abused with Kim and Scott? I don't know what they did yesterday, if they did anything at all.
Nothing.
It was a COVID. So they did not the shit, motherfucker.
He's French.
He is French. Fucking Scott. Oui. Fucking asshole. Next, we have the lawn man, Keith Lehman for layman's terms. He is opening the decks of cards. He is shuffling them. He is making big piles and then splitting them down into little piles and delving the cards out. Very weird. Very freaky. Then we have Backyard TARDIS. Sometimes he is in the side yard, sometimes the front yard. Son of a bitch. You should be in the backyard. He has a weird van. He time travels. Stop moving your fucking camera, Don. Next, we have Big Swede for Big Swede's excellent adventure and tactical Swede and Swede Rex on YouTube and all the pre-Swede, the post-Swede, and the Swede in between. It's very gross, very sticky. That's all I've got.
That's it.
That's
See,
That is enough.
And scene.
the fuck? Very sticky. It's in my fingers.
He's so good.
It is
When it gets between the fingers and you try to spread them apart, and you're like, gross.
This is gross. I must wash.
Ew.
Knit, keep forever.
We can do this all day, guys.
31 minutes at least.
At least. Chat shout outs. Let's thank everybody that's in the chat right now. I see you. We'll do it romper room style.
Oh,
I see DJ.
hello, DJ.
I see Joker voice.
Hello, Joker voice.
Azoka voice.
I see the General Genobi.
Oh, you sweet and spicy piece of bread.
As a general.
Spicy fancy bread.
The spicy wiener.
Eric Dub Williams. He needs TP for his bunghole.
What up, Dab? You need a TP for your bunghole.
What the fuck? Did
It's
he
always-
say that?
Yeah,
He did say that. He needs a TP. Sometimes you need a TP.
Yeah,
true.
fuck. If you
Uh,
has a bunghole.
The blue wrench girl wielding the wrench of power. One wrench to rule them all.
Except we have.
I thought you was gonna say one wrench, 2 cups.
Whoa.
Wow, that took a turn I was not expecting. LG, Lunar Girl, in the chat. Red 5 mom. She's like the Cub Scout mom that takes care of all of us and keeps us in line and yells at us for the fart jokes, but laughs at them all the same.
True.
Tina, sorry, Blissful is in the chat. Nuclear, Mikey is in the chat. We'll go through. Alan stopped by to say hi. He was in the chat. Hello, Alan. Danny from Comics and Cosmetics. Make sure you watch the Jean Grey episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Brady.
I'm going to check that shit. I know it's specifically for me. And I've got the COVIDs and I'm in and out of what I am, but I'm going to listen to it. I started listening to it. I've been in and out of it. I like it so far. It's fan-fucking-tastical, but I'm not done. I'm not done. And you should be listening to it too.
I did listen to it.
Danny's got her shit when it comes to these fucking comics, dude. Like when she was going on in Cyclops, bro, there was so much shit I didn't know about Cyclops. Like 100% legit. And I don't give a fuck who's teaching me. Learn me. And she was just celebrating and showing all the things. And I was like, I was blushing at times. I was blushing.
Jean
But-
Grey is no different. Good episode.
It was a
Danny.
good episode.
Very informative.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I
I
said,
learned
I
a
started
bunch.
listening to it, and so far it's fucking good stuff.
Mhm.
I'm just not done with it. I hit it in spurts. I've been doing everything in spurts with the coma, NyQuils, and all that good shit.
Yeah.
COVID is a bitch. Like
Yeah,
the
it's so
fatigue
fun.
that comes with COVID just sucks.
Yeah.
balls.
And it really sucks. For me, at least, the last time it didn't go away for fucking weeks, bro. Like I had that brain fog for a while.
Yeah.
All I got out of it was a sneezing fit and a sore throat for half a day. And then 2 weeks later, I was like, why am I narcoleptic? Like, I'm just so
Yeah.
fucking tired. Like,
So
I close
fucking
my
tired.
eyes and wake up an hour later. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh,
Why?
I've been
I-
sleeping in chunks, bro.
Yeah.
I want to say it was a good couple of months before I was like not tired.
I would say 2 months before it stopped. Like 6 o'clock would come around and I would just be like, I want to eat dinner. I am starving, but I think sleep is better. And
Right.
that's it. That's what she said.
Yeah,
That is what she said.
DJ says I just pulled into the driveway, which is not a thing that I normally refer to when I'm talking about that's what she said, but I guess maybe it is a thing.
She might have said that.
What specific part of the the domicile are we referring to as the driveway?
Yeah, does it start at the road or the garage?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe there's a little track.
Is there an easement? I mean, these are things that
Nope.
inquiring minds need to know.
Is there an incline?
What
With rock?
about a culvert? Is there a culvert you got to get through?
Ooh. This can be a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is it a future project where we will be laying pipe? We don't
We
know.
need to know.
Chantel says that the car is an eggplant. So
That doesn't make sense, but no, you do you.
I've seen weirder cars.
I've seen weirder
Yeah.
cars.
You ever see the hot dog, the Oscar Mayer mobile? I mean, that's just talk about
Hot dog.
phallic shaped.
Hot dog flavored water?
Right.
Gross. Just not even fun. Like, could you imagine just a little
The landing strip? Maybe
Mhm.
a bike path?
a bike path?
Hey.
This has
So
gone
finish-
awry.
Finishing the shout outs, Christian Fandom Geek is in there. Hail CFG for stopping by. If he's still
Gone
around,
now.
he's probably
like,
gone now.
Y'all are fucked.
Wow.
Y'all need Jesus.
He did what he could, spread the word. Love it.
Mhm.
CFG's on.
He's
He's
like-
got the fuck out.
Yeah, he's like, I got the good word. And we're like, well, we know lots of bad ones.
Yes.
He's doing the Lord's work though. We appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Hectolorian. Welcome, Hectolorian, in our chat.
The car is the penis and the driveway is the vajayjay. Quote
No.
China.
General
Does she need the
Chernobyl.
China.
I was going to say, that's probably how fucking DJ got 11 teen kids.
Holy fuck! I was laughing so hard I burnt my hand on the grill. Is that some more sex talk? Because
I think so.
I'm lost
think
now,
so.
buddy.
Yeah.
That's some spicy stuff if you're burning yourself
Yeah.
on it.
Ow.
I
Shit's
don't
so
wanna be
hot you
part of
burn
that.
your hand on it.
Oh, goodness great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing it right.
Right, for
Give me
sure.
some cilantro. Let's make it extra spicy.
Oh, there's nothing better than a barbecue wiener. Oh, now I made it weird?
No shit, you
Little
made
bit.
it weird.
Jeez.
Give me some of that flame broiled Anakin.
Chantel
beer.
says it's a euphemism or an enthusiasm. It depends on.
Enthusiastic
into.
about the eggplant.
All right, Patreon shout out Scott and Kim Rasmussen, Jen Bolt, Lunar Girl, DJ Red 4, Richie the King Armbruster, Kristen Roscom, Backyard TARDIS, The Frank, DJ from Dork Wars, Darius Payne, Steve Long, Eric W. Williams, Philly Dave Martin, and as always, Nostalgia Inc. sponsors the Escape Crate. Let's let the
fuck
weirdness.
is up with what the fuck is up with these notes? And it's Richie the King.
I have no idea what happened to that.
Oh my lord, dude!
You just got to go with shit sometimes. You know what
I'm
I'm
reading
saying?
along with you, and I'm like, what?
Richie the King had a stroke, Armbruster.
Oh my lord!
It's movie time.
It's movie time. It's movie time. Movie time. It's movie time. Movie time.
Did it start and stop again?
Yeah, what happened?
I bumped the button again like a dumbass.
Fucking guy.
Just fuck. What do you
Over
get?
there bumping buttons.
Damn it! I'm so screwed up by landing strips and driveways and burnt grills and there's so many things happening in my head.
Okay, I'll give you that. Fair enough. There.
What are
To
you
be
doing?
fair,
Fucking
there is a
primping your
lot going
crown?
They said that my hair is looking like Doc Brown, and I can't get over it. So I'm on.
He's got a COVID crown, kids.
It's COVID here.
He's got COVID head. All right. Doctor Strange 2 had one of Marvel's biggest second week drops at the box office this week. It made it had a 67% drop. It still made $61 million last week. It's at just over $700 million right now. So, cry me a river, they're wiping their tears with fucking dollar bills and all. When you read these things, you're like, oh, that's fucking terrible. That was a good movie. And then you see the numbers. I mean, yeah, they still made $61 million. That means that tons of people saw it week 1 and a bunch of them went back week 2.
Tis true.
Like, let's settle down, fucking media people.
Some of us had COVID, you fucking dicks. We couldn't go see it again.
Yeah, for the 9th time.
Or just didn't feel like getting up and doing anything because he was having a very quiet weekend.
And you're allowed to do that.
It happens. I enjoyed said movie.
I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
Way to fucking go out on a limb, bro.
Way to fucking get on your phone during the podcast, bro.
It's my watch.
Whatever. It's the same fucking thing. I knew that was going to be one of the worst things you ever fucking got.
You know what
You're
happened?
already addicted to your fucking phone as it is.
You know what happened?
Crap.
Scott sent me the address of his local comic book shop.
And you're going to be like, hey, here's a free poster. And they're going to be like, trash can.
I'm putting your name on it.
He's going to fucking get it. One guy's going to be opening it. Hey, Ted. Yeah, dude. You know anything about this escape pod? The who? Escape pod. What the fuck is the escape pod? Fuck it. Just throw it in the trash.
Bing bong.
Fuck your life.
Fuck your side.
That's good card stock, though. He made it with some good card stock.
Fuck your poster.
Exactly.
Loki time.
He loves you.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes, like every time.
Don't come at me with that attitude, bro. Loki season 2 production start date is set for June 6th. I'm excited. And from my understanding, everybody from the first season's coming back.
Yeah, almost the whole cast.
So
I like that too.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Casting has begun on the next entry in the sci-fi anthology Black Mirror series on Netflix. Season 6 will reportedly have more episodes than season 5, which had just 3, which
How
is
the
good.
fuck do you call it season 3 episodes?
Yeah, that was a dick move. They were like, we have Miley Cyrus, so it's okay.
Yeah, that
really
Miley
like
Cyrus episode, though, like Miley Cyrus aside, the episode was good sci-fi.
Right. I really like the show. It's literally the Twilight Zone for the digital age.
Yeah, I think so.
Good stuff, solid stuff. And I like how they link everything. That what happens in one episode could have happened in the other episode because we're in that same universe.
Did you see the episode where the fucking I can't remember if it's a guy or a girl, but like uploads the consciousness of their deceased lover into like an android or some shit.
Okay, yeah.
And then at the end of the episode, the android's like, fuck you, I want out of this. I wasn't happy before I died.
Right. They had two different views on what their relationship was. There's some crazy episodes. I think that one of the craziest ones is the guys that were in the virtual reality. One was the chick samurai and was the other, and they were hooking up as bros. And that was some crazy stuff where they're like, are we, like they each have significant others, but they're hooking up in game, and they try to give it a go in real life and realize, no, it's just an in-game kind of thing. Very strange stuff.
Black Mirror is so good.
It's a good show. It's that kind of face Brady's making right now. You will do that for the show.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck just happened here?
Yep.
Hey,
there's one.
Hey. Can I talk to you for a second, buddy?
Talk.
Friend. Alan needs me to talk sexy.
Oh, well, we're gonna.
Okay. I'm just throwing it out there. Alan needs it.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Alan's fiending.
Okay, so I want to talk really quick about a show that just became aware, or just got brought up. It just became aware, and it's been fucking its own mind up.
Skylink.
I knew it.
It's called Undone on Amazon Prime. It is the most interesting show I think I've seen in a long time. It's animated. It's got Bob Odenkirk in it. Well, am I hearing an echo?
I don't know. Are you?
I thought I was. I am.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Huh.
I don't know. Nothing. I didn't change shit on my board.
Okay, any fucking
Weird.
way. It's called Undone on Amazon. It's about a Mexican girl. She's like mixed. Her dad's white, mom's Mexican.
Okay.
And somehow through her her ancestry, she is able to essentially go back in time and change events. It's fucking wild. And then in season 2, her sister gets involved. It gets even more wild. The episodes aren't real fucking long. It's so interesting the way they blend sci-fi and cultural storytelling and lore, like old Mexican culture lore stuff, and the spirit world, and mixed with the science stuff. Like, it's fucking cool. I cannot recommend enough that you guys check out Undone on Amazon Prime. And they're paying me to say this, of course. Because we're shills.
Hell yeah.
It's all about that cold hard cash.
Brady.
What's up, dude?
Before you go talking about the She-Hulk trailer, let me drop this.
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. This one goes out to my special, special buddy, Alan of Press Play Streaming Studios.
What hard guy?
You are one sexy, sexy motherfucker. Out there with your General Shinobi, talking to the people on the streets and in the sheets.
Nobody's wearing pants.
Nobody's wearing pants or pantaloons or panties. It's just a good time for you to get loose. I don't know what he said, but I agree with him. And then sometimes you need to get a little froggy and frisky and dance the night away like DellaSnooch. Have a good fucking time. Drink some wine. Do a line. And get some hookers who are a 9. Hell yeah.
Nice. Tell us about She-Hulk, buddy.
She-Hulk's first trailer release. Release date is set for Wednesday, August 17th. Did you guys check out the trailer?
I did.
I did.
Thoughts, opinions?
I thought it was super fucking fun.
Yeah, I'm in. Like,
I was kind of surprised at how much fun that sound.
And that's the thing. It looks fun.
Yeah, a little goofy, but
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna give it a go. She-Hulk walking away with her man at the end, all cradled in her arms, like a.
Oh, that was vaguely kind of sexy.
And that boy was like, yes,
Yeah, he's like, she's gonna fuck me until I break.
I'm
This is
going to
gonna be the
break.
best.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no She-Hulk. Like, I never followed. I knew She-Hulk had a relation to the Hulk. And other than that, like, I really didn't know much about shit. I knew she was smarter than the Hulk as far as she didn't go through the whole going crazy phase that he went through.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, hey, let me have some fun here. We don't need to take it serious. Not every Marvel show has to be a serious connected to this point. It can just be down here. And then maybe they connect
Like
a little bit.
Thor does that, where there's that disconnect to have just fun stuff going.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. She-Hulk she does have her place in the comics. She does have her place in the Marvel universe. So I'm definitely going to give it a go if it gives me a couple laughs. And
Yeah. Okay, here, Joker voice brought up in the chat. He says wonky CGI feels like Sex in the City. I'm worried about where she fits in the MCU going forward. CGI, I've heard a few things since the trailers come out.
yeah,
I don't have a big problem with it, but at the same time, I know what I'm being showed isn't always the finished product.
Yeah, a lot
But
of times it's not.
even so, like the Hulk, like even his CGI in the last couple Avengers movies was a little
Yeah,
CGI. It was a little
they
CGI,
had him do
too much.
more. They had the Hulk do more.
but they
and
weren't
when
ready
you-
technologically. I don't think.
Yeah, and I think it. You can do a character model really fucking well as long as you don't give it too much to do.
Well, like
And we-
like Rocket Raccoon. He's a raccoon. He's an animal. He's not so humanoid. So like when he's CGI, we know he's CGI. Obviously, we know the Hulk is CGI, but for some reason, the Hulk felt more CGI than Rocket Raccoon did, in my opinion.
well, it's an interaction when you have CGI interacting with real people. And you have a humanoid person, you're expecting something, and that's where you can really see when you break it down. That,
Well, that
where
and
that-
Rocket
we're not quite
Raccoon
there.
and Groot have organic textures, whereas that's hard to pull off on a giant green dude.
Right,
Yeah.
true.
So no, like I'm gonna watch it. I don't think it has these big connections. Like I see him pulling all these people for what we assume is going to be Secret Invasion down the road.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm gonna watch it. Am I gonna hang on every thread of this series? Probably not. I'll enjoy it. Am I gonna be waking up for this before I go to work like I do with Star Wars? No.
Right? No.
No, we'll
Am I
catch it.
gonna be in a hurry to get home and watch it? No.
No,
Will I catch it before the next episode comes out? Yes.
definitely,
Right.
definitely.
And that's honestly, I don't need everything to be Kenobi. Like I
Kenobi, Mandalorian, where it comes out at
didn't
3
need
a.m.
Boba
Eastern
Fett
time,
to
I'll
be
be there.
Mandalorian.
Right.
Right.
And I'm putting this show in that kind of category. It's more lore for the universe. It doesn't necessarily have to be the driving story.
But I think we could agree in the context of the worlds, Boba Fett should be more out here where She-Hulk could be kind of back here. Where Boba Fett needs to be. In my opinion, just because of what has been built for Boba Fett up until now. Like, you really don't have a big thing built on the She-Hulk. She's a character for Marvel. We know that, but she doesn't have a huge lore following behind her. It's like, so like when you come with the Boba Fett, you had to come with it, and people are going to be upset. Whereas She-Hulk,
You had a fan
doesn't
base
really
coming,
have
where
to come
She-Hulk,
with it.
not so much.
Yeah, she doesn't really have to come with this, like, you better knock me the fuck out or I'm out. Like,
right.
Boba Fett, like, you had to have me because this is a character I know and love. Whereas
Right.
She-Hulk, you don't really know and love her yet. Make me want to love her.
I would argue that a larger population has been exposed to She-Hulk than Boba Fett. Not that I think
I
people
think
are
you're wrong.
as balls deep in the canon of the character, but She-Hulk was in a bunch of stuff, and Marvel is way bigger than Star Wars. Way bigger.
I think certain parts of Marvel are bigger than Star Wars.
Right.
But I don't think
It's coming
She-Hulk
along
is bigger
with
than-
having that cult following that Boba had for as little
Yes.
screen time as he had.
Yeah.
He has a definite following, even if it's from cult status, where
Right.
She-Hulk is very well known as far as being a character, but
Mm-hmm.
a character, somebody, that you have a huge chunk of the population being like, don't fuck this up. I don't
Yeah.
think it's there.
No,
like
I hear
we
you.
had with Boba.
Yeah, I don't know that there's a huge group of people out there going, if you fuck up She-Hulk, we riot.
We're out.
Well, I think because it's 2022, yeah. Some people are like, we fucking cared so deeply about this. Like, no, the fuck you didn't. You just do right now. So calm the fuck down.
Right.
You're gonna have that.
Look at all the people that were all fucking worked up over Moon Knight. Like 8 people read that comic book.
That's true.
And I mean, like I respect the the original body of work, but the sales on that were, I mean, they were She-Hulk level sales.
Yeah.
You know,
And I can understand if you were a fan back in the day and like they totally changed and did this, that, and the other. Like, hey, be upset about it. You got every fucking right to. But like, it wasn't the biggest character. It's not like fucking coming there with fucking Batman and saying his parents never died. We're changing his origin story. You know,
Martha is alive.
In reference to like Star Wars, this is more Dr. Aphra level.
Yeah. Definitely a side piece to the whole show.
Yeah. Cinnamon roll.
So yeah,
roll up in this bitch.
Entertain me. That's all I ask. Entertain.
Right, that's all I'm here for.
Right. And the opposite side of that, let's reach out to all the would-be fucking fit throwing haters. Settle the fuck down. Nobody gives a fuck. We're just here to be entertained. We don't need you to fucking go on an hour and a half diatribe about how somebody's gonna fuck something up and it's gonna fuck up the whole continuity of the MCU, and then Thanos is gonna go fuck my sister. Like, get over it. They're just fucking telling stories. Like, if you look at comic books over the years, dudes just get a hold of runs of stuff and they just write whatever the fuck they want. Some people buy it, some people don't. These shows
That's
are
where
no
a lot of
different.
these characters come from, or are from just offshoots of let's do something goofy and weird and strange, and we'll pop off. And what do you know? A character came out of it.
Can I? My opinion is, I think a lot of times they're trying to find this Guardians of the Galaxy thing, because I remember when Guardians of the like majority of the people who are fans of Marvel movies had no fucking clue about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
And I'm not talking about your hardcores. You have your hardcores, and I'm excluding them. Right? I'm just talking about your everyday. I know who Batman, Superman, Iron Man. Like, I'm vaguely familiar with these. Nobody knew who the fuck Guardians. And then they came out in that fucking movie where we were like, "Whoa, what the? This was cool. And this was not what I expected."
Right.
You know, like,
it was different.
Sometimes you're gonna get those fucking hits, but they're not all gonna be gold.
No, and She-Hulk might fall flat on its face. We don't know, but that's the thing. We don't know yet. Let's give her a whirl.
That's where I'm like, explore these different genres you can do in Marvel and you can do in Star Wars, where you can make a comedy oriented Marvel movie that's not so Deadpool in its R rating, but it's a little bit, PG-13 with the She-Hulk. And we got some funny stuff there and some sex appeal or whatever the case you want to throw into that.
I always go back to the Transformers live action movies. Okay. I am a huge 80s Transformers cartoon fan. Like, source material guy. I read the comic books. I read some of the fucking fanfic, blah, 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 blah. Those movies, if you wanted to be a dick, are an abomination to the source material.
Right.
But I was happy to fucking have those movies. I'm like, oh, this is good. And the second one, I was like, oh, this is cool. And then the third one, I'm like, sure, we're doing it. And the fourth one, shit blew up. I don't know what happened.
Is that the one with fucking Dirk Diggler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we got into, oh shit, we got a Transformer. I'm like, all right, we're watching Transformers stuff, but still happy to have it, all the way up until the fucking, what was it called, The Last Night?
Yeah,
where I started watching that, and I'm like, all right, fuckers, I'm out.
I've had enough.
Like, what the fuck? I don't even think I finished watching.
We jumped the shark long ago.
A long time ago.
I don't know what we just jumped here, but it
was when he fucked up the fucking Dinobots that I was like, what the I mean, come on.
I was super excited going into that movie, and I was super kind of disappointed at the end of it. I was entertained. but
Yes.
it wasn't quite what I wanted.
It was one of those movies. Like, I'm not a big Transformers guy, but I remember watching. But I wasn't in the mythology of Transformers, but I
Yeah.
enjoyed the Transformers. But like, when they made that movie, it was like, oh, it kind of felt like they tried to cram all this shit into this one movie, and it's like,
right.
you could have done two, whether the people wanted to see that or not. But you put way too much into one fucking movie.
Yep.
Right. There was a lot going on.
I never once went to my friends or, God forbid, like in this format and been like, this is an abomination and it should all be destroyed. And Michael Bay deserves to be fucking strung up and blah. Like, it's a fucking movie.
I loved the first one, dude. I enjoyed thoroughly the first one.
I liked a lot of it.
But like I said, I'm not a hardcore Transformers dude.
Yeah.
So there's probably stuff where you're like, I liked it, but this and that. And I'm like, cool. But as a guy who just like vaguely knew of the Transformers and played with the toys, I was like, oh, this is fun. Like, I always was like, oh, Bumblebee was a Volkswagen Beetle. Why is he a Camaro? But I got past that because I was like, oh, they're trying to push this new Camaro out. Cool.
Mm-hmm. I just had issues with like the Allspark. Like, what are we doing? We're just making up shit.
See, I don't know what the Allspark is. That's not real.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like the super spark plug. I didn't know.
No, I mean that was the movie's presentation of it. Which, like I said, I watched those movies. I enjoyed them thoroughly. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing. Cool. And you went along for the ride because that's what you do. You ask people to make you art, and then they make art. And then it might be your favorite thing. It might not. But you asked, they delivered. At a certain point, you got to go, that's cool.
And then they had Megan Fox in the.
No, you just beat me to it, dude. Like Megan Fox back then, not fucking dirty Megan Fox with MGK now. And that's fucking bullshit because I used to like MGK when the fucker rapped, but now he's on this new punk rock bullshit and it pisses me off. I'm sorry.
Are you going to be that guy right now after I just got done talking about motherfuckers making art?
I'm just saying, dude, fuck that up.
Listen.
He can rap.
Punk rap. Decent rapper.
I'm just saying, fuck that art. Bing bong, fuck your art. Bing bong, fuck your art.
Said fuck your art.
MGK, if you're listening, and I suggest you listen.
Yes, I do too.
You didn't save hard rock. Please go back to rapping. You were better at that.
Yeah.
Yes, dude. Like my buddy, he's like, you gotta listen to new MG. I'm like, I can't fucking do it.
Listen, I watched him.
I followed that dude on the come up. I follow white rappers. That's what I fucking do. I'm not gonna bullshit you, right? So I followed this dude on the come up, and like he was making waves and doing things and present himself. He did the bold shit against Eminem. I was like, that's some ballsy shit. And then you come out with this poppy shit, and I'm like,
what the fuck's going on?
What the fuck is this? It's so upsetting.
Yeah. Listen,
that's exactly how I feel about Kid Rock.
But then hold on, we're getting off track. Megan Fox, bro, in the Transformers movie. Megan Fox with the fucking hood up, and she's looking. Goddamn, son.
It was good stuff. Even with your weird stubby thumbs.
I don't even give a fuck.
She's got stubby thumbs.
Oh, you've never noticed that, dude? They're creepy, like alien thumbs.
That's a thing.
Like the weird fucking.
Yeah, dude. It's
like a long thumb with a tiny little fucking nail on the end of it. It's so
weird.
strange.
Oh, I gotta check this out.
It will be a point where you're like, wow, that kind of affects her hotness. I'm not gonna look at the thumbs.
I'm gonna fucking do that. I'll send it to you, buddy.
Yeah, because it's strange. And, you know, there's some things that just don't end up on a list of things that you would think about, and this is like, wow, I should probably add that to the list.
Oh, you're googling it?
Yes, she does.
Yeah, see, look, I'm into weird shit. I'm all about some ladies' toes. If you got some sexy feet and some sexy toes, I'm into that shit. But this is some weird ass gross thumb shit. I can't get behind it.
Once again, MGK, if you're listening, not trashing Megan Fox. Hot as hell. Let her just like make fists. The ones where she hides her thumbs inside where you shouldn't do. That's probably a better thing.
That's fine.
It's like she chewed on her nails her whole life.
Yeah, and then got the thumb.
The thumb. All right, hold on.
Yeah, we're awful.
Right off.
We're awful people now.
You're not your best when you're being this guy.
I know. I don't like it.
All right. What the fuck just happened? Let's see.
Oh yeah,
Megan
hold
Fox,
on, Josh, Sith Care Bear. I don't have to look at her hands for her to put them on me. Just saying. I know you don't, but you don't like to watch. Sometimes
Hey, listen,
I'm a
you
little
ever see
sick fuck.
Scary Movie with the
Sometimes
strong
I'm a sick
man?
fuck and I like to watch. I'm just saying. I'm like, what are you
Megan
doing
Fox would
down
be
there?
like,
Oh, you little some bitch.
I'm coming at you with the strong thumb.
Got a strong thumb. Like,
All right. I think I got it. Oh, here it goes. All right. Peep this shit out if you're at YouTube. Bink, look at them thumbs.
Yeah, it's not right. It's
Yeah,
weird.
those are strange. How did she get the nail that close to the knuckle? That's what I want to know.
Right?
Who
How
knows?
you get the beans above the Franks, Megan?
Hey, if we're gonna speak of a higher, intelligence, he did make the platypus, and he made Megan Fox's thumbs.
That's true. And let's be fair. We are
I
punching
tell.
up in the most punch up kind of fucking way. Like,
Oh, Tina says she has really small hands. Guys like that. You're fucking ain't right. We do.
so
Fucking ain't
the
right. We do.
the other side of that is today I saw a meme on Facebook. It's Vin Diesel standing on a yacht with kind of like a beer belly going. And the title says Vin Diesel fat belly on a yacht. Or no, Vin Diesel shirtless on a yacht. And then the guy commented on the bottom, you have a shirt on and you're not on a yacht. So I'm pretty sure he wins.
Right. It's true.
Fucking dying.
If you're
So
sitting
that-
at home watching a guy on
Yeah.
a yacht and you're talking shit about him, you
Yeah,
might want to
Megan-
think where you're
Megan, go ahead and enjoy your weird, short, stubby thumbs as you're counting your millions. of
MGK,
dollars.
if that's your thing.
Yeah, fucking get you some.
We all have our kinks. It's
Yeah.
strange, it's weird, and it's for you. And it's only matters to you. It doesn't matter to us. We might think it's fucking weird as hell,
Yeah,
but it doesn't take away from she was a smoke show back in Transformers.
right.
It's
And
true.
he only dates her because he can win all the thumb wars.
All of them. Doesn't even need the sneak attack.
Let's talk about fucking Grammar Rodeo.
Grammar
kids.
Rodeo, code name Grammar Rodeo.
What is going on?
Shouldn't this be in the hot sheets?
No, it's not. It
No,
really
that's
is
been
happening.
confirmed through
Okay,
most of
okay,
today. Yeah.
Okay.
When we started talking about that this morning, Brady, it blew up on the internet
Right.
all day today.
Oh, I
Like
didn't
it
know that.
straight blew up.
And it actually happened. I mean, it was announced by Disney.
Right.
So you probably want to explain to these people what Grammar Rodeo is.
Yeah, you're going to.
No,
It's-
I'm not.
Yeah, you're the guy who knows everything.
You're the one who brought it up.
Oh. All right.
Set
Grammar.
after the return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
This is being developed by John Watts. Who's he known for?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. No Way Home.
All three of them.
Yeah.
All three of them.
Yep.
This is going to be a very Amblin type 80s coming of age kind of movie or show.
Yep.
Looking kind of neat.
And we didn't mention this is Star Wars.
Yeah, it's Star Wars.
Star Wars, baby.
How did we not mention that?
Nobody mentioned that.
Well, I did say after Return of the Jedi.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did, but you didn't. I mean, you did, but you didn't.
Star Wars.
So the year is 1983. Just after we went and saw Jedi. No.
It's cold here on Hoth. A lot of confirmations that they're casting children in the ages of 11 to 12 years old. It's a galactic. It's being described as a galactic version of a classic Amblin coming of age adventure film in the 80s.
I'm in, of course, because it's Star Wars.
It will probably be attached in some way to this Mandoverse because we are in that
In the
whole time
period.
frame.
Yeah.
Could be maybe a lead in or a part of the Jedi Academy. We really don't know much about it other than Disney was like, we're doing it. It's coming. We'll see what happens.
Let's talk about the fact that Chantel says she has big hands. And she's afraid that that's going to cause her problems. She's just got to find a guy with a bigger,
Personality.
Yeah, bigger personality.
Oh, yeah. And you're in Miami. You can find that.
Yeah, guarantee.
I watch the internet. I know what's going on in Miami.
Yeah, you just can't fuck around with these guys with, little ambitions.
Yeah, you need big ambitions,
Yeah.
big
Huge.
personalities.
Yeah,
Huge.
you need an
Huge
entrepreneur.
ambition.
Yeah. Somebody that's going places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All places.
Yeah. So maybe you need to find a guy with some of that big Disney energy. Maybe
Oh.
move to Orlando.
That big D plus energy.
Yeah, that big
Hell
D
yeah.
plus energy.
Hell yeah.
Somebody that can make your Whopper hands look like Whopper Junior hands.
That's what I'm talking about. Make it look like you're holding a 12-inch sub from Subway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
is I don't know.
Back when it was
that
only
can
$5, now it's like $9.95 because of inflation. But
somebody that can give you them Deadpool hands.
Oh my goodness, it's like a baby.
it's like an 8-pound, 9-ounce.
You get that big old Ditney.
Ditney plus energy.
Get that Ditney plus.
Ditney plus energy.
Yeah.
Just put it out
Yeah.
there. You can find it on
Blue bar
Twitter.
penis and all.
Yeah, I guarantee you swipe right enough times. There's somebody
It's
that's gonna
out
fill
there
the
on
pic.
Twitter.
You'll
It's
find the
floating around.
thrawn penis, the
Yeah.
thrawn barbed, all
Yeah.
of its disgusting glory. It's
Yep.
there, out there somewhere. Poor guy.
That's the thing with those Thrawn barbed penises is when you pull it out, you're gonna scream.
Later, Joker voice.
Take it easy,
Hey, Joker.
JB.
So
Who's
yeah,
next?
grammar rodeo.
Yeah, Grammar Rodeo.
Yes.
Blue barbed penises.
Blue bar penis.
We're excited.
Maybe, probably not. If it's in an 11, 12-year-old coming of age story, we want to stay away from that kind of thing.
Yeah, but we don't. I mean, we could be talking about like Yoda coming of age. It could be like 480 years.
It's true.
Seen some things I have.
All of the barbs.
Oh, great.
If you're with us here on YouTube and you see Brady's face and you're making the same face, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not
Tina
wrong.
said she loves men with big hands. What if they've got crooked fingers?
Oh, see, he does.
I got
But
big crooked fingers.
He's got them big toilet bowl hands, though. He can grab the whole seat.
Just pick it up.
I don't think you should make that noise when you talk about how big your hands are.
I'm just saying what's capable of.
You know what? If that's the sound you make with your big hands, you do you.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Brady's got them big, sexy hands.
Big ass, sexy fucking hands here to DJ diddle down in your little panty pants. Have a good time, make you do a dance. I'm just gonna fish on down there with these big clawed hoppers and see what I can do.
That's pretty goddamn hot.
Yeah, I came.
Or it's not.
It's-
No.
It depends. It depends. It depends. Disney Plus announces Tuesday that Hocus Pocus 2 will release September 30th. So if you're one of them Hocus Pocus fans, you're going to get that shit right before Halloween.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
She's
for the
excited.
whole month of October, you'll be able to watch it.
I guarantee you,
Fucking day.
I'm going to the theater at least twice, maybe 3 times. Not because
I'm
I
not
want
gonna
to.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm moist.
Yeah.
For Hocus Pocus 2, Don, this is where you're at?
I'm telling you, my wife is going to want to go every weekend.
Isn't this going to be on Disney Plus?
I think it's releasing at the theater, bro.
I thought it was.
If you would go back to the article that was just read,
Oh,
Disney
it is.
Plus announced Tuesday that Hocus Pocus 2. You're a fucktard.
Hey, guys.
And I missed it too. I'm fucked hard.
I don't have to go to the movie theater and watch Hocus Pocus 2. Dude, smile.
Dude, day
Dude,
one.
Smile.
So September 30th, from the comfort of our own
Of my
home,
own chair where I can get
we
drunk
will
as
watch Hocus Pocus 2.
yeah. I'm gonna get so
Amok,
drunk.
amok.
I'm gonna run amok, all right. Oh, I'm gonna run so amok.
Oh, adult diapers. Well, that depends.
What depends? Ah,
If you
I
need
see what you
diapers.
did there.
We went there.
What happened at Celebration, Brady?
Well, fucking Lucasfilm head Kathleen Kennedy fucking stated that this fucking Skywalker saga is no longer the fucking priority, and that these fuckers will be moving around in the timeline of Star Wars, fucking exploring new eras and shit across the franchise and all that shit.
Which is what we want.
Yeah.
We want
It's what
more
most of us
lore.
want.
We don't want you changing lore. Or
I don't need to keep following Luke Skywalker. Like I feel like
it's a crutch. But
as far as Disney is concerned, like
Mhm.
they did their Star Wars thing, they want to do other fucking Jedis and
Yeah.
do it, then fucking bring it. Whatever.
The only thing I ever want to see again that has the Skywalker name attached to it is I still want to see Gray Jedi Luke Mara Jade story.
Never happened.
I'm
It's
down
never
for
going to
it.
happen.
It's not going to happen, but I'm down.
But
for
I would love that. I would love the whole like, oh, he's supposed to be a Jedi and then falls in love with the girl and he's not supposed to do that and blah blah. You know what I mean? I want to see that, but it's never going to happen. I love it. He's doing the thing. It's video game time.
No, yeah.
I'm bad.
That song always reminds me of like you're running from something in the Sonic the Hedgehog games.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of fucking early 90s Nintendo.
Yeah.
It really just has that vibe of fucking playing Nintendo Friday, Saturday night at your buddy's house, staying up till, what you thought 1 a.m. was the fucking late. Woo, my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Playing fucking Nintendo, trying to put in codes you wrote down from the Game Informer you saw in the library or whatever.
Yeah.
Hell
really
yeah.
takes me back to that time.
Actually takes me back to arcade days of being a little kid with buying a roll of quarters and hitting the arcade for the day.
And punching the guy behind the counter with him. Pow!
Oh, dude.
That was a different thing. Sorry.
You know what? I had such a blast. I've been playing that Lego Skywalker Saga, and I actually got to put in codes to get characters.
Oh.
And I posted that list on the Facebook page.
I saved it.
But like, it was so fun going through because then it would I would hit enter and it would show the little circle with the character that I just got, and then go back, put in the next code, throw up the character. I was like, oh, this is how it used to be, where you had to put in silly codes that
Can I ask you a
you
question?
could read silly shit, and you're like, oh, that's funny.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up, buddy?
Are these codes that go over and above the unlocking, or could you have unlocked these characters through gameplay?
I have no idea.
I think you can unlock.
I don't think so, because a lot of them. I don't think so, because a few of them were like holiday special Chewbacca. So it's like a white Chewbacca with a Christmas sweater.
So I like that idea if the coded characters were coded because it's a nod to when we used to put codes in video games.
Back when we actually just put a code in, we got some extra stuff instead of like spending another $20 to get the expansion pack to give you all the skins of this character you really wish you had.
I thought it was a cool little nod. Like, it gave me like Emperor Palpatine. It gave me, like I said, holiday Yoda, holiday Chewbacca, holiday this, that, and the other thing. And then it gave me a couple of ships. I got the Razor Crest. It gave me a couple of different cool things. And it took me back to that time where you would spend the time to put in the fucking code. Yeah. You would go to the page specifically for codes and put in your code to get the special thing, whatever it happened to be. And it was just cool doing that.
Nice.
I
want to send an idea out to TT Games. Okay. You've already partnered with Lego. Now it's time to partner with Funko. Give me a Funko Pop video game.
That'd be fun.
Where you can unlock all of these different variants and
the way
characters.
They made Lego the Skywalker Saga. It's such
could do that with
looking game.
Yeah,
sure you could.
To bring that into Funko. Oh yeah,
that'd be sweet.
You just have to figure out a different plot device than building Legos.
Right. Yeah,
but
it almost could work.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what
that's
for free TT Games.
Yeah.
That's from Don DellaSnooch, the Escape Pod.
DellaSnooch has a good idea. Shut the fuck up and listen.
I'm gonna go PP.
Okay.
Bye.
Starfield and Redfall delayed to the first half of 2023. God damn you, Bethesda. Again. Again.
Okay, so I can't play these games any fucking way because they're on Xbox.
Right.
But like you said, fuck Bethesda, really?
Dude, the way they've built Starfield as the Skyrim in space and it coming down to it, and we're getting closer and closer, and they're not working on Elder Scrolls 6 because they're getting Starfield out there. And the hype that I had for it has dwindled over and over because they just had a preview of the game and looks nice.
Yeah.
Got some cool things. Gameplay kind of sucks. And
I think this game is No Man's Sky 2.0.
I think you're right. And it'll probably come into its own about a year or two after its release.
Right.
Might get it right.
They'll have to update it a bunch of times. And they'll only launch it because they're so far financially in the hole that they're just like, well, we have to launch it now.
I wonder how much of this is like linked to the whole COVID crap where you were skeleton crew through the beginning of it or through some core pieces of it. And, you maybe it was this rush to try to put stuff out, but you didn't have that really teams working together to form that cohesion of a good game. Wonder if it's part of that or if it's just you guys have no idea what the fuck you're doing and you keep tweaking some shit and fucking it all up.
Yeah.
Because that's a possibility too.
Now that you bring that up, like there's something that's been rattling around in my head an awful lot for the last couple of months. Like, so in the United States, we lost approximately an extra 1 million people over 2 years than we normally would,
right?
In a 2-year period. People argue over the politics of how things were reported or whatever, but we lost an extra 1 million people than we normally would, statistically speaking. 1 million people in a country of what is it, like fucking
330,
2.3 billion people or some shit. Maybe it's 1.7 billion.
I think it's 330 million is the total
in the U.S.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 330 million. Most of those people, like a sizable quantity of those people were people who were over the working age anyway, right? Where are all the fucking people? How is every business anywhere in the country short people?
Yeah.
Like
I'm trying to follow along. Where are we at?
You couldn't catch up if you tried. Just run alongside and you'll merge it with traffic.
Right.
Sounds like you're talking about bullshit.
The cruise line that I'm going on just canceled like 2 of their restaurants that are on all of their, like, fleet wide. They're like, oh, we're shutting down these 2 restaurants, because we don't have enough people to work in them across the whole cruise line.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking like hundreds of people here, right?
Right.
Across all of these ships that they can't hire. And that's just one segment of, you know what I mean? And it's I just drove by Burger King. The fucking dining room's not open. Like, how can every business be short 10 people? And we only had, like 0.06% of the country's population disappeared. And most of them weren't workers anyway.
It's a crazy time. It really is a crazy time. As a supervisor for what essentially is a small business, it's that has a high rollover rate because we're very work oriented. So you get a lot of people in and out. I haven't seen an application in 6 months. It's a very strange time we're rolling through right now. Who knows where they all went? maybe they're all staying home playing
Right.
Skyrim.
Video game industry, like getting it back to our original point, like those are mostly young people.
Yeah.
And a lot of them already worked from home.
Right.
Like I kept expecting, when all these companies were talking about, well, we're having shortages, this and that, I expected like some new companies to pop up. Like, well, we decided we didn't want to work for so-and-so, so we started a company. That didn't happen. Like, where did all the software designers go?
Yeah, I don't know.
So weird.
Isaac has a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are there going to be spoilers? And I'm confused.
I think he's talking about Moonknight, and there's
we're
going to
covering
be
the whole season. Dude.
there's
covering
going to
the
be
whole
full
season.
spoilers.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Yeah.
Maybe 1, 2, or all of them.
Yeah.
Oral.
Maybe both spoilers or none of them. We don't know.
All of them.
Let's skip the last video game one. It doesn't really mean anything anyway. There's no sports.
None.
Yeah, no sports. So let's do the hot sheets.
These are the hot sheets. Best investigative reporting on the planet.
It's true.
It's true. These are all rumors, so they'll go quick because, what can we talk about a rumor very long?
Oh, yeah. Rumors are surfacing that Moonknight will appear in Captain America 4.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that,
Surfacing.
especially today, has been really circling around.
Yeah, well, that definitely got propped up from when I put this in the notes, which was, I think, on Monday. But there was a lot of that today. In fact, there was some even some pictures that popped up.
I'm intrigued by that because of all the shows that could connect of the Disney Plus stuff that we've seen in the last year, like connecting the Winter Soldier or the Falcon and Moonknight. Like I would think somewhere in the WandaVision world and Moonknight or something like that.
There's the pictures now with Thor, Love of God and Thunder. It's there's pictures of where we're seeing Egyptian gods or goddesses in some little pictures here and there. So, maybe Moonknight is bigger than we thought.
Oh, that's cool though. I'm down for that, bro. Like I'm down. Like if he's a bigger character than I'm supposed to know, fucking cool, and bring that along. I'm for it. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to fucking slam me with everything all at once. And I'm like, oh, you should know this about Moonknight. Like bring it on. Be like, yo, he's a lot more powerful than we've ever gave him credit for. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And they can actually put Moonknight in all kinds of stuff and not have to have Oscar Isaac do it.
Right.
All they have to do is have him be Moonknight.
Yeah, and then do the dub over like they kind of do with Mandalorian.
They just have to have somebody that vaguely sounds like Oscar Isaac, which would
well, that's what they do with Mandalorian, dude. There's 3 people who play fucking Mandalorian: Oscar Isaac, one of the Eastwood kids, and another dude,
Pedro
Pascal.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's what I meant. There's 3 of them: Pedro Pascal, the Eastwood kid, and another guy.
Yeah.
But Pedro Pascal goes back and overdubs after the fact on the episode, so they could do that with a Moonknight, like you're saying.
Yep,
absolutely.
Yep. They Oscar Isaac said that he was not under contract to have any more appearances. He didn't say anything about doing voiceover work.
No, none.
You never know though. He could be just fucking feeding you that line of shit. Because they're trying
I mean, you see with Rosario Dawson getting clapped at from Disney Plus or from Disney itself, where she was like, "Hey, guess who's coming back?" And they were like, "Remove that tweet. You should probably get rid of that." And she was like, "Shit, they can't trust me."
Yeah.
I'm dropping stuff that I probably shouldn't have.
That Tom Holland had that same problem when he first started.
That's hilarious. Some of the stories with Tom Holland too.
Yeah.
Telling him he's going to a wedding and it was really RGB's funeral.
Yeah. You gotta do that for that guy.
In order for him not to fuck it all up.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Definitely.
Upcoming limited prequel series, The Witcher Blood Origin, rumored for Christmas. I'm a big Witcher fan. Love the games. Been playing them for a while. I hate Shinobi. You know who's pretty hot? Henry Cavill.
Oh God, yeah.
Wait.
He paints Warhammer 40,000 miniatures in his free time. He is a nerd set god.
Hey there, Henry Cavill. I hear you're painting miniatures. With your little black and blue for the beatings. A little brown for the loincloth. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what we're talking about, Shinobi. Fuck Henry Cavill.
Oh,
what
she
we're talking
loves
about.
her some fucking Henry Cavill.
She wants to fuck Henry
Good
Cavill.
Lord, these ladies do not like Henry Cavill.
I'm telling you. Fucking
One
poor,
of them even said, "Makes
poor
my
Tina.
vagina dry."
Wow.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing. That's pretty
I'd have
amazing.
sex with Henry Cavill.
Yeah, right, really?
And
He's
then plays
Superman.
Warhammer.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
and play some
when we're
Warhammer.
done, I'm like, I don't want to cuddle, bitch. Let's paint some fucking miniatures.
He's like, fuck yeah, let's do it, Brady.
Hell yeah, me and fucking Henry Cavill and our fucking little tidy whities just sitting there painting fucking little miniatures.
He's like,
Now,
Sounds like a
Brady,
good day.
I'm not wearing pants. You wearing pants?
Fuck no, I'm not wearing
no,
pants, Henry.
man.
Can I call you Henry? He's like, why don't you call me Mr. Cavill? I mean, you're right, Mr. Cavill. That sounds better.
Sir.
after all that sexy talk, I have to talk about the most unsexy rumor that's ever been rumored. Rian Johnson's Star Wars trilogy is still in planning for whenever he's done working with Netflix.
that
You
dried
confused
up
me.
my vagina.
I gotta be honest with you, Don.
Yeah.
You confuse me. Because I feel like when we're in private, you don't mind The Last Jedi, but like when we're on the show, I feel like you talk shit about Rian Johnson. You can't stand it.
I don't mind The Last Jedi. I have issues with it, but I don't see any fucking reason to give him 3 more movies.
No, I'm all for it. I'm good with it. I just
What-
don't understand. I don't understand how you can be like, I enjoy The Last Jedi, fucking great movie, and then you're like, I can't see it, goddamn boss, some bitch.
I think maybe that's a
I
fair
think you lead on-
criticism.
It is a fair criticism because you're like, oh, I don't. It's a good movie and I enjoyed it and blah blah blah. There's a couple points I don't like, and then you're like, fuck Rian Johnson.
Here's the thing about Rian Johnson is I don't think Rian Johnson loves Star Wars. I mean,
not like the main fan does.
Right.
Like, we love Star Wars.
right.
I
So
don't
what
think-
kind of damage could Rian Johnson do to the greater lore of Star Wars if you gave him 6 hours to do it? I'm not on board for that.
Okay, I guess I just
It's-
have to sit here and disagree.
I think that
I guess I just saw you coming from a different place, Don. I'm actually really shocked and surprised at your feelings on this now.
I'm
my
sorry.
feelings are if he comes from a place that does not deal with the Skywalker Central area, I'm okay with it. We'll see what happens.
But
I'm
what has
willing to give it a
Rian
shot.
Johnson done in the rest of his career that makes you think that he should have free reign with an entire branch of the Star Wars universe? I don't think that he is the big idea guy. I think the only thing that Rian Johnson really wants to do or understands how to do is subvert people's feelings on stuff.
If he's open to the criticism that has come from what he's done with The Last Jedi, like I said, I've said it many times, I've enjoyed the sequel trilogy because it's what we got. And, you know, it's more Star Wars. There's certain things that I don't even want to talk about, you know, the fucking Leia Poppins shit. But that being said, it's what we got. And I'll enjoy it for what it is. It's more Star Wars lore. It's carrying that story forward. There's plenty of room for adding to that without having to use a crutch as the original trilogy characters, which it seems like we're moving away from anyway.
Right.
So I'm willing to give them a shot at what it is, and see where we go with it.
I feel like if you gave him a standalone movie to do and that worked out, maybe you extend that a couple movies. But to hand him a trilogy it just seems like folly. Like if you want to give the what's his face's daughter, fucking Ginger McRedhead. What's her name? Her name's escaping me.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard. You want to give her a trilogy? I am on board. Sign me up. Let's go right now. I will.
Oh, yeah.
I will
Hold
Kickstarter
on,
that
though.
shit.
I want to stop you. I just want to stop and bring up this point when it comes to this.
Mm-hmm.
Before Rian Johnson finished The Last Jedi,
Yeah.
everybody was already clamoring him to do what ended up being Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
How do you know that? Like, you say Bryce Dallas Howard to make these movies. How do you know that doesn't fall on its face?
Because I've already seen what Rian Johnson does to a pre-existing story. I'm okay with him making his own stuff.
That's what he's going to do.
I think what the major problem with the sequel trilogy is the fact that we have two forces running this show with no clear end.
I agree with you 100%.
And that's where I think he collects most of the bullshit because he decided to take it in what he thought was his own way, knowing that he was not going to finish that story. And then it being picked up by somebody else saying, I have to finish the story, but I started the story, so I want to bring it back. So I think a lot of the crap that he gets is sitting in the fact that Kathleen Kennedy decided to not have a full game plan in effect when she decided to hire, multiple people to write a story.
Right. There was no like, we're going to start here, we're going to end here. I need you to tell something in here and we're going to connect. Like, they didn't do that. And I think that was the detriment of the whole sequel trilogy. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
I was just curious for Don because I always assumed from talking to Don that he liked The Last Jedi. Now the way it sounds like you're kind of shitting on Rian Johnson in The Last Jedi when to me, you've always been like, I like this movie, dude.
I defend The Last Jedi as a movie and as part of the Star Wars canon.
Okay, I guess I just had you backwards, dude. It's fine. You don't have to explain yourself. I had you backwards.
It's fair. It's worth explaining. I defend it as it's part of Star Wars. It is not an abomination. It is not half of the shit that people say that it is. It has some issues. It has things that he decided to subvert that I didn't think belonged to him to subvert. He is also responsible for the Canto Bite shit, which I think all Star Wars fans can go, no.
Right.
I don't know any Star Wars fans that is like, that was a good idea.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
He is also responsible for...
You practically fixed that scene for me. Your idea of Lando running that casino on Canto Bite fixed it for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
It fits so well.
Right?
Yes.
Exactly.
It makes it all make sense.
I'm like, yep. Yeah. 100%.
The Code Breaker's one of his guys.
Yep.
We're just done with it.
Yeah.
Made sense when he explained that to me. But I don't like the Canto Bite shit either. That is one of the parts of The Last Jedi where it's like, you can completely cut that fucking out. Don't need it.
There are things that he intentionally broke about the things that were set up in The Force Awakens. He intentionally broke them, thinking that he was going to be able to tell his own last chapter.
Right.
I mean,
he was handed the middle.
Well, for the longest time, they were like they didn't have anybody doing part 3. Well, it was one dude, right?
Yeah, they had a guy
after the fact, right?
But this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're handed the middle, it's your job to maintain the integrity of the structure. Yeah. Let's look at it like a house. They already had the guy come pour the foundation. The foundation's good. Your job was to build the walls. The only purpose of the walls is to hold up the fucking roof. You don't build the walls crooked. You don't leave one wall out because you think it'd be cool. Your job is to build the fucking walls. And I think that he decided he wanted to go open floor plan with a fucking like open breezeway. Like there was some shit there. It was just like, bro, that wasn't yours to break.
Right.
There's stuff about Star Wars. It's like in Doctor Who. There's things that are fixed points in time. And from a narrative point, you don't fuck with them. They are what they are. And there's things about Star Wars that Rian Johnson took upon himself to go, that's not important. And so, Kathleen Kennedy takes all the shit that she takes because she had to hire the first guy to come back and write the story that the fans wanted so that people didn't just up and leave Disney. Like,
And that's where
where
it boils down to. I don't know if it falls on Rian Johnson alone, that it was that lack of direction, but we're going to cling to the OT because that's what fans like, but we're going to change it to make it our own when it's not yours to change.
Right.
And I think that open-ended, let's see where this goes, they're realizing now that that's not the way to go. I mean, we were talking about it this morning in our private chat between the three of us that, what Kathleen Kennedy came out and said, and it's blown up today with, we're moving away from the crutch of the original trilogy characters. We can't keep putting them out. We got Luke in The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. We got, a little bit of, Carrie Fisher in Rogue One, but we need to move away from that because all we're doing is clinging to what we think works, but we're not. As Kathleen Kennedy, I think personally, I don't think she truly gets it. And I think that's where we went wrong with that sequel trilogies. I don't think she quite got it where, oh, it's ours. We're going to make it our own. It's not yours to fucking make your own, and that's where we went wrong. So give him his own trilogy. And as long as we're not using Luke and Leia and all of our original trilogy characters as a crutch to hold up, a half-assed story, let's see what happens.
If you want to give him a trilogy that is the High Republic, I'm okay with that.
See what happens with it.
Don't let him play with anything like Yoda and shit like that. Let him write his own fucking story. Or, direct his own story or whatever his role is. That's fine with me. But don't give him something that he can potentially break because he breaks shit. He did it in movies like Looper and he breaks shit. That's part of it's his shtick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take what the audience thinks. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna give them something slightly different. They're not gonna see it coming. It's the M. Night Shyamalan arrogance of filmmaking, which is fine. I like M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Yeah.
But that's what he does. He breaks shit, which is cool. Like that, as long as it's your shit to break.
Right. It wasn't sitting on my shelf.
Right. Don't break Empire for me because you want to change how Star Wars works. Like, just don't do that. But back to what Brady was saying, I do like The Last Jedi. There are great stuff. There is great sentences are tough. There is great stuff in that movie. It does move the story in a way that, I don't completely hate. But there's some the shit with Luke and the throwing the lights, you don't do that. You don't fucking break the character that the people came to see. You just don't do that. It makes people fucking upset, especially right in the beginning. It didn't matter what happened for the next 25 minutes in the movie because I couldn't think about it. All I could think about was, the character I came to see did something that was completely out of step with who he was as a character. The last time we seen him.
But you don't speak for everybody just as I don't.
Yeah, but I don't know hardly, but maybe 2-3 people I've ever heard say, yes, that was a wonderful cinema moment.
No, I'm not saying it was a wonderful cinema moment, but
I heard very few people ever say that was a
I
good
didn't
decision.
have a problem with it. You have a problem with it. That's just different.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between not having a problem with it and supporting it too.
Yeah, I wouldn't sit here and say I support it, but I don't have a problem with it.
And it's very hard to find people that go, that was a good decision. And I think that's where I bump up
most
with.
people don't like The Last Jedi.
I don't think Rian Johnson makes good cinema decisions.
I enjoyed it.
But if you give him the whole story to create something from beginning to end,
yeah,
I'm willing.
Let him
I'm
work
willing
a story whole
listen,
cloth. Sure.
We're in a time where we're getting more Star Wars than we ever thought we would ever get.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting stories of characters we fell in love with as children, and continuing their story. We're getting lore about a universe that we've been in awe about. So the fact that we can get more of that, Brady said it 100 times. Not all of it is going to hit. Not all of it's going to be dead center on the nail, drive it right through, tap thunk like fucking the Karate Kid with his fucking karate chop. But
right,
we're still going to get something that, maybe prequels. When the prequels came out, I wasn't so sure. And I kind of liked them. And then I liked them. And then I love them. I love the prequels. The sequel trilogy, I'll never come to I love them, but I've said it 100 times.
But maybe that'll take 20 years.
It might,
I've
grow
come
on.
like
to
that.
the point of this is what we have, so I'm going to enjoy it because it's what we have. It continued that story on. We fought the Empire coming back from Exegol. I thought those were all great things, and huge storylines. So I've come to appreciate them more than, in the beginning, where I fucking sequel trilogy too. Hey, you know what? It's what we got. So
See, and it's weird though.
enjoy it.
And like I'm sitting here defending The Last Jedi, but at the same time, I'm at a point where I'm like, sequel trilogy comes last for me.
Yeah.
Right. I love The Force Awakens. I'm cool with The Last Jedi, Rise of Skywalker. It fell off for me. It's so weird that because I was the people making that transition from Last Jedi to the Rise of Skywalker was like, oh, I really loved and enjoyed the last film. I can't wait for this next one. And then the last one, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this one.
Right.
It was weird. And it's so weird that people feel so hardcore about it.
Yeah.
We all have, and I am loosey, I'm loosey goosey. If you liked it, cool. You loved it, cool. You didn't, cool. I'm all for how you I always tell Don, one of the reasons I enjoyed The Last Jedi is because I thought I figured it out. I thought I was going to see Luke Skywalker doing backflips and, with his lightsaber and doing all kinds of crazy shit.
Right.
I didn't get that.
Right.
And I was like, whoa. And he fought with his mind and he did this illusion. I was like, fucking crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that fucking mind fuck of a scenario. Because I personally expected what everybody else expected, except when I didn't get it, it didn't make me upset.
It was okay.
I was cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was cool with it.
Yep.
I agree with everything you just said, except for the Luke that threw the lightsaber over his shoulder and said it was all bullshit is the same guy that's living at the commune and protecting the sacred text in the tree of whatever the fuck it's called. It doesn't match. It's bad cinema. He just did that to upset people.
But he wasn't protecting it because at the same token, he was going to burn that shit down.
Only when it came back to bite him.
And
everything was cool until then.
The bad writing and lack of direction. I really think it works out to just lack of direction. That
I agree with you wholeheartedly, DB.
He thought he was going in a certain way because he saw it something different from what we saw it and what it should be. So he took it in a way that he thought it was going, and it wasn't. And it might not have all worked, but like I said, in the end, replayability.
I've seen that movie 15 times.
New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, they're on, I'm going to fucking watch it.
Mhm.
Sequel trilogy, The Force Awakens, I'm all about because it was the first time that after so many years, like, holy shit, we're going to go back to this story from where we ended in the 80s.
And it felt like Star Wars.
Oh my God, it felt so good. And we got introduced to these characters that never had an arc or that fell short on their arc. And I think that's why Last Jedi and the Rise of Skywalker fell flat, was just that we had these great characters. You pumped us up that Finn was part of the Force from the very beginning.
Yeah,
And
that shit.
you
pissed me
forgot
the
about.
fuck off.
He ended up being the guy that was whining. Where Ray? Where's Ray? I want Ray. I love Ray. She doesn't love me. You know, you fell short on these characters that you introduced to us as the new crew, and that's where it went. But in the end, it's what we got. So we're gonna have to take what we got. What I expected out of the rest of it after the Force Awakens, I didn't get that. So I got this, and I'm okay with a lot of this.
It had its problems. I guess I'm such a fucking blue sky guy, dude.
You are.
I really do just like, come on, man. Like, why do we have to shit on so much? Like, and it's a character flaw, dude. It really is a character flaw, because I know some people look at me and like, come on, bro, really? It's just like, look, this is what we have. We can't change it until it comes in a point where they're gonna change. Like, Star Wars is one of those things where I really never feel like they do with Marvel comics, where all right, well, we have a spectacular Spider-Man. Now we're going to make an amazing Spider-Man. So, like, we're going to do this different story. Like, I don't ever feel like Star Wars is going to do that. Like, these are the stories leading to, after, during, before. Like, this is what you get. This is the universe we've created. Not multiple universes, a single universe.
One.
Right.
One.
Let me use that to tie back to what I said earlier. Like, I was talking about Marvel. I'm like, why are you guys getting all fucking worked up about these little shows and they're not doing the thing you want? Like, that's a very Marvel or DC thing to do. We wrote 27 stories about Batman. Like, take your fucking pick. You know, we'll do the show we want to do. You might like it. Star Wars isn't that.
Right.
Star Wars is a story, a linear story. It's more like Lord of the Rings.
Right.
If in Taken King they blew everything up and started telling a story about fucking Frodo starting a liquor store, people would be like, "What the fuck?"
It's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
I personally would want to see that.
hell yeah, with the hairy feet and some whiskey.
That would be
it.
dope as fuck.
Let's make that happen.
Right? Pickle
Hashtag-
$5.
Hashtag Frodo's liquor spot.
Can you imagine? Oh, the best stories. It'd be like in South Central fucking Hobbitville.
Oh,
Central Shire.
yeah.
Right down in South Central Shire.
Yeah.
South Central
So
Shire.
dope.
I love it.
Straight out of
I love it.
Straight out of Shire.
Straight out of the Shire, son.
Absolutely. Just fucking get the money. Get the fucking money.
You come in here, $5 pickle. Right now. I ain't paying you no $20 fucking. You give me my fucking money, bitch. You remember that shit with the little kid going in the fucking. You remember that one?
Right?
Yeah.
Don't
You know what
make
I'm
me
talking
get my
about?
fellowship.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I gotta
love
find
it.
that.
Now we've made a show.
We have.
We should have Ryan Johnson direct that.
Maybe he did. We were all over the place. So was The Last Jedi.
Are you guys ready to take a piss?
I am so ready to take
I think it's time.
This is Mr. Sulu of the USS Enterprise, reminding Don, Brady, Dragon Buddy, and all other podcast guests to please use the facilities. Now I know why they call you Dragon Buddy. Set phasers to oh my.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh, that's the best, dude. That's the best. Dude, I had to fucking re-download the fucking notes because he sent me a link with the notes,
Yeah.
but it didn't have all the notes. It didn't have Moonknight.
I hate when he does that. Where it's just the overview of the whole episode.
Yeah.
Did you guys already piss?
No, not yet. I go piss right now.
So there I am standing outside fucking holding my junk. Trying to take a piss, right? And you know where the porch is off the back of the house?
Yeah.
You know, I'm standing down the hill, but the porch is at like, or the stairs for the porch are like eye level.
Right.
I turn my head to the right, and fuck me if there isn't a raccoon the size of fucking Beagley Bob.
Oh my God, dude.
Crawling out of the second step, locks eyes with me. And if I wasn't half drunk, that motherfucker looked at me and was like, "Sup, dog?" And he rocket raccooned his ass back the other way. But he looked at me and was like, "Oh, fuck. That's a people." And was like, "I'm going to go this way."
That's fucking funny.
It's the first raccoon I've seen out here. And he was big as a fucking house, bro.
I believe it, son.
I mean, I know they're out here, and it's probably what Beagley Bob is always fucking barking at, is raccoons.
Oh,
But
yeah.
this motherfucker was all of that big around.
Damn.
He was a big raccoon.
Damn.
And he was just like, "Sup, dog?
What up, homie? How you doing?
How you doing, Big Daddy?"
Hell yeah.
He's fucking, that cocksucker was like, "Listen, I want to tell you about a time that I was underneath the deck looking for grill scrappings.
Maybe some
And
cabbage.
I poked my head out and I seen Don DellaSnooch holding his dick.
Look at him crazy white ginger balls.
White ginger balls." Oh, I might have to leave that in the edit, bro. Let's go play commercials.
Nostalgia Inc. in downtown Jackson is your one-stop shop for comic books, graphic novels, tabletop games, supplies, and tons of other super nerdy stuff.
They have everything from your favorite superhero comics to all the latest manga and horror graphic novels.
Superman, Spider-Man, The Avengers, My Little Pony, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, My Hero Academia, Star Wars, and Batman are just a few of the familiar titles you will see while browsing through the store.
And don't forget to check out their back catalog.
And for all your tabletop needs, Nostalgia has the largest in-stock selection in the area of Dungeons & Dragons books, miniatures, and more. As well, they have the latest Magic the Gathering and Pokemon card game releases.
Store hours are currently 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So come to downtown Jackson and get nostalgic at Nostalgia Inc. What's up, everybody? This is Big Lovin and Don DellaSnooch.
We wanted to take a minute to tell you how to get more from the Escape Pod experience.
Become a Patreon supporter and you will get lots of bonus content, including movie reviews, videos from Comic-Cons, behind-the-scenes content, and more.
But even better, Patreon supporters get extra entries into the quarterly drawing for the Escape Crate.
The Escape Crate is full of great stuff like t-shirts, Funko Pops, stickers, mugs, and other random goodies.
The higher the membership level, the more entries per month you'll earn. You also can receive one entry per episode you share on social media.
So if you have a couple extra bucks, toss us some. We will use it for covering the cost of hosting the show, paying for booths at cons, and equipment upgrades.
Thanks for all the support, and now back to the show.
And we're back.
Oh, look at that piece of shit.
Ain't no raccoon.
Yay. He was like a stupid face raccoon.
That scary, iconic part of the show.
Yeah, baby.
It's
I wanna
fucking
do the
worse.
rest of the show like this.
You need to heat the mask up and form fit it to the Yoda.
Oh,
Well-
yeah.
From this camera angle, it just, you have a little too much side. You got to get way over here, so it's just.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, it is a lot, isn't it? That's what one would
she
say.
said.
That is what one would say. It's a lot.
Broad cave truth.
Deep in the cave it goes. Let's talk
Why
about
do you
Moon Knight.
Why does it make people happy? I just don't understand.
I don't
'Cause-
get it.
I mean, if it goes deep in the cave, it makes the people happy.
I
That's
guess.
just the way it is. Let's talk about Moon Knight, kids.
Do we have to?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we don't.
We really don't. 2 hours in, we can just call this whatever the fuck we want.
We call this almost Moon Knight.
Almost.
So,
So
109.
instead of what like we normally do, and we just go through beat for fucking beat, like let's just talk about what we experienced with Moon Knight. Like,
All right.
let's just vibe Moon Knight.
All right, I'm gonna start off from the get. First fucking episode, we got to work. This dude asked me about it. Hadn't seen it yet. So the next day, he asked me about it. What'd you think? I don't know what the fuck's going on. I was truly at a spot where it's like, I think I know what's going on, but I'm not for sure what's going on. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, the dude is switching. Like, I was fucking confused, bro. I was legit confused.
Yeah, you were
First episode.
on record right up front. You were like, I don't know. I don't
dude,
know
I
if I even want to talk about it.
Right. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I just didn't know if I wanted, like, and you know, Mr. Blue Sky here, but I was just like, I don't know about this show. I don't know if this is going to be something I'm going to get into.
After the first episode, I decided to go back and do some research to find out what this character is. Now, Danny from Comics and Cosmetics did a video on all of Moon Knight, which gave me a bit of
I did see that.
good background,
Yes.
solid background
I
of what
seen
it
that
was.
much later though.
Right. And then watching or actually reading online the comics and going through, I realized not knowing what the fuck is going on is basically a main theme for Moon Knight himself.
Yes.
In the comics, now in the show, if you're confused, that's what's supposed to happen, apparently.
Good.
First episode, I was kind of hooked. I'm all about the supernatural. I'm all about when it comes to, you know, ancient religions and ancient gods and goddesses and demigods and all of that. So I was hooked right from the beginning. And then I think the second half of this, as we'll call it, I guess, episode 3 on, I really was intrigued with this mental health, this break in this poor guy that is on a personal level is broken, but he is the avatar for a god that has a mission. I thought was really intriguing, and how they took that through this show. Somebody that is really just a broken human, due from abuse, from everything else. I really kind of latched on to feel like, you know, that he's not your normal superhero. You know, he's not your normal guy that's, you know, I have these powers, I'm going to use them for good. He has these powers that he really, you know, he just kind of lets Khonshu take him where Khonshu takes him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't assert himself as being his own self until much later in the show. It's kind of well established after the first 2 or 3 episodes, really, that Mark Spector has appeased Steven's persona by giving him his own little world. And then he keeps all of his shit, spoilers, like knowing that he is the true self, keeps all of his shit put away in like a storage unit and shit where he's running his real life out of it. But to keep the peace, he has created a whole world for Steven to exist in.
Right.
It's very interesting.
I think being from a generation of, you know, being taught from a young age to rub some dirt on it, you know, that mentality of you got to push through, there's some bullshit you're gonna deal with. Fuck your feelings, fuck my feelings.
Bing bong, fuck your feelings.
Exactly.
True.
Having that and knowing that that's what he was doing, but he created another self to deal with how bad things were for him. It really connected kind of on a personal level of, Steven is the part that he became to pretend everything was fine.
Right.
He's the lighthearted guy, where meanwhile Mark is the dude that's like, I'm fucked up, but I committed myself to this God to carry out what he believes is right and punish the evildoers, and that's what I'm gonna do. It kind of hit with me on a personal level, where that we all suffer from mental health episodes, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly. We all have those times that we're hard on ourselves, and that we're stuck in that mire of being an adult. So you can kind of connect with the fact that the what he's going through, and understanding that he broke. It was too much for him.
I love the aspect of, like, we've been on that road with like a Spider-Man, where you kind of feel, those personal problems, but like when you hit this Moonknight, like, you're dealing with these like psychological problems,
Right.
and some of us deal with those on a daily, and it's hard to talk about or bring up, or I talk about's the big one, to get somebody to understand where you're coming from, and to just see this like you said, this God, but this God that is essentially broken, and this God that can manipulate. You know what I mean? It's manipulating this dude to do this kind of shitty stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And the guy's just like, fuck it, whatever.
Now, I don't know if you guys had the same experience, but one of the things that I related to Mark and Steven's situation is the version of myself that exists at home, with the wife sitting around watching TV, doing, regular day in, day out kind of stuff, is not exactly the same version of me that the guys at work know.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And it's not the same version of me that my parents know.
And vice versa. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we all have a fractured persona. We happen to have the luxury that all of the versions of ourselves know each other.
Right.
Whereas these ones are like far more fractured for a far more intense purpose.
Right. We all have different versions of ourselves that we present to whomever we are around at any given time.
Right. So then
Absolutely.
when you look at that in this character, when that was like, well, fuck, I can't believe old boy just said that. And you're like, sometimes myself with these people says something that myself with those people is like, I don't know if you'd said that.
Right.
In other companies.
Oh, there's plenty of things that I say at work that I would never say at home. You know.
Right. Absolutely. You wouldn't. There's things that I say that I wouldn't say in front of my wife, not because I don't think they're funny, but because she wouldn't think it was funny.
100%.
Right.
Absolutely.
Nail on the fucking head, bro.
So when
ladies, my friend Don here is talking.
Some truth.
Yeah, he is. Listen, ladies, let me tell you, let me preach you a little something. Don DellaSnooch knows that there's some shit you talk about at home that you don't talk about with your friends. There's some shit you talk about with your friends that you don't talk about when you're Mark Spector. Wait a minute. What just happened?
Make your wife blush?
No, really. Like, I completely identified with, or identified that about myself while watching the show, that I'm like, I have different personas that I use for different shit. And that's essentially what Mark's doing. Mark has,
But there's a huge difference, bro. You remember the persona that talks with your wife. You remember the persona that talks with your boys. You remember the
Yes.
persona that talks with the fucking, the boss at work.
yeah.
You can distinguish those.
You don't have
personas
that.
from each other.
Well, the difference is what we find out later is trauma.
Right.
Like, we've created these different personas about ourselves to survive in society. He created different personas to survive as an entity. Like, trauma does that, and it was just one of those things where there was enough of the way I see myself that I could have empathy for this character.
Oh yeah.
And
100%.
once you get to the point where you establish empathy for this character, all of the stuff that you weren't sure about in the first few episodes, you become all fucking in. You're like, oh, this dude. And then you want to like go on the journey. So my whole point in this is there was a point somewhere around episode 3 or maybe even episode 4 where I was about ready to stand up and say, Marvel gets it.
Yeah.
Look at him telling us a fucking story and we didn't even know we were getting it. Like, there's been a couple times Marvel's done that now where I've gone from, oh, this is a thing I'm watching, to, oh, fucking Marvel gets it. Look at him go. And this was one of those moments for me.
Yeah. The one I would say criticism towards this, to go on the other side of it, is out of how many minutes did we get of Moon Knight compared
enough.
to how many minutes we actually got of Moon Knight?
Right.
Wasn't enough.
I agree with you.
This was a great origin story,
Right.
but it's an origin story of a character we know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
So you're giving us, or at least it's for the layman anyway, when it comes to Marvel, the casual reader, the casual comic book follower, the movie follower, the shows on Disney Plus. Moon Knight is a very obscure character to most of us. So to give us a show called Moon Knight and give us a 10% ratio of time as Moon Knight wasn't enough. That would be my criticism to the show, is that you called this Moon Knight and we got mostly Steven and Mark.
Right.
Which
you
is
could have
great.
called this show Spectre.
Right.
Right.
Or you could have called it Moon Knight Origins, but we didn't get enough of Moon Knight, and that would be my real problem with it. And you see a lot of there's so much negativity anymore when it comes to new shows and whatnot, and we have the right to be critical over what we like and what we don't like and what we're given. And while I understand that at some points, there's a lot of negativity when it comes to shows, and writing, the writing kind of plays a huge part in it. And Book of Boba Fett was lacking for me writing wise. I enjoyed it, entertained, but the writing was lacking. Moon Knight, I felt like the writing was really on par. Like, it really got me into his character, but we just didn't get enough of that character. So that would be my criticism towards it. I was entertained from start to finish, though.
Yeah. Oh, I like Brady was saying at the beginning of this, I was in after watching the first episode. And I came to him and I'm like, are you ready, bitch? And he was like, no, I don't think I'm ready.
Yeah, I really wasn't, man. I didn't know. Like, it was just weird. It was weird for what I was used to seeing. Even given the whole WandaVision experience, like, I was like, this is fucking tripped out, man. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Right.
Right. So let's see, where'd we end up?
There.
We got to find out a lot about Mark, and we figured out a lot about like where Haro is coming from.
Oh, I was gonna bring up a point. Like you brought up the point that this is an origin story, but it really felt different of an origin story because like this is an established good guy. Like Moon Knight is an established. He's fighting these bad guys. Like, but
He's kind of an anti-hero.
You don't really see the beginning. You don't see him like you do, but like he's established well into his crime fighting, if you will. And then you kind of see the backstory a la Batman, how he gets it, but you don't even get that till much later in the season.
Oh yeah.
You don't get how that all went down till episode 4 or 5?
We're coming in way deep into an established story.
Yeah. And I thought that was cool because it's an established story, but it's of nothing we know, really.
Right.
I mean, yeah, there's some comic books out there, but like we didn't really follow them unless you followed them. But here you go.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great story because you had that. Who is this Moon Knight? And you're getting pieces of Moon Knight, and you're getting pieces of why he's Moon Knight, and you're getting pieces of Moon Knight, and you're getting pieces of why he's Moon Knight. And then there's the shit that's happening right now, going on right now, that you got a piece of that as well. And you're trying to fit all of these puzzle pieces together, which to me was fun, which kind of kept me hooked as far as wanting to know bits and pieces of every aspect of this. Who is this superhero that we're getting? Why is he the superhero that we're getting? And, you know, where he fits into everything. So as far as the story goes, I was really entertained because it kind of kept you at the edge of the seat on a character I didn't know, had no stock in, really only knew about after the fact that it was coming out, went and did research. So honestly, didn't really care because he wasn't a character to me until this show.
Right. Absolutely. What did you think about the character development since Brady's gone? We'll just talk you and me, sexy style. What did you think about the character development of Haro? Haro.
It was interesting finding out that he was the former avatar for Khonshu. That was a heavy hit. Like that. That's a huge part of where he's at right now.
Right.
That, you know, he was the avatar that dealt out the vengeance of Khonshu to the bad guys. So being dropped by Khonshu, that he's no longer that person that deals out, you know, justice to the people that do wrong. I could almost sympathize with him to where he's looking to be part of that again. And, you know, latching on to, you know, bringing another god about in order to deal justice. Because, like he said, his fault was he enjoyed dealing justice to the bad guys. And I actually, and Ethan Hawke did a great job. I really think through this show, even down to the Ned Flanders mind fuck, you know, that was going on. I thought he did a really great job with this character, and really sold the fact that he was lost. He himself was broken because Khonshu dropped him.
Yeah. One of the things that I found interesting about that too is normally like we get like a Thanos bad guy that sees a problem and they're going to fix it by the way that they think is the right way to do it. Right. This is one of the first characters that I can think of that was part of the other solution first. Like very rarely in a main villain do we get a duality where they were like, well, yeah, that was the way I did it and then now I do it this way, and they're still the bad guy. Usually that's told from a redemption point of view, not a falling.
Right. It was almost a complete reverse where he was the guy dealing vengeance out to those who deserved it, to becoming the guy that dealt out vengeance to those that haven't even done anything wrong yet.
Right.
That preemptive strike. I really like the character, and it's, I think that's the whole thing, is you can relate to the good guys and the bad guys in this. That made it interesting.
Same thing when you got into the gods. When you got into the gods, like every one of them had some kind of compelling reason for the way that they behaved. And never once did you go, oh, that's a shallow plot device. Like there was interesting shit happening all the time from all angles, and you're like, oh geez, what the fuck is going on?
I know this is left field as fuck, but one of the parts that I enjoyed when they were rewinding the sky,
Oh yeah.
and just visually, I enjoyed how that was, and you saw everything tracking and stars moving, and the whip of the blur of the line from this, and it was just moving back and forth. It was just, I thought that was really cool. Like the CGI, the graphics within this whole show were on point. There was never a point where I was like, oh, this is the CW. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it
That's
felt
very true.
Felt very big screen. It
Felt real.
felt television show.
Right?
You could put that whole show in order and make a 3-hour show or movie and put it on the big screen, and it would be utterly watchable.
Yeah,
Right.
100%. Like, there was never a part of this where I felt like, oh, we're making a TV show, but we're trying to
we're
portray it in this big
crunching
show.
everything down.
Yeah,
It's
it
really
never
big.
felt small. It felt like we were in fucking Europe, dude. Like, we're in Egypt. We are here.
It
I
stayed
enjoyed
big.
that. Yeah, it felt really big.
That scene those scenes where they were between worlds on the boat,
Right.
sailing on the sand, like that all looked big screen quality.
Yeah.
Like I saw very little, if any, flaws in that. Even, I mean, you got a fucking walking, talking hippopotamus.
That whole boat in the desert felt very real dream, if that makes any sense to anybody. It felt like a dream I could be having, and I'd be on this boat in the desert, and this is what it would look like.
Yeah.
There was there was a lot of blowback from being on the boat while their souls were being weighed through this. That it's too CGI. It was this. Listen, I have plenty of fucking crazy dreams, and my dreams feel like being on that boat where everything is just too real. It's surreal. It's that over fucking that super
hyper realized,
that super sensitivity kind of thing where everything is just, it feels like you're in a video game / cartoon / whatever. So to me, what they would consider, being, overly CGI and way out of realism, to me, if I believed in this afterlife, if I believed that this is where I was going, I would feel like this is where I would be. This super sensitivity part when it comes to being on a boat that's floating through the sand, where if you get kicked off the boat because your scales don't balance, you become one with whatever is underneath.
So here's how I think that they made that feel as real as it did. I'm pretty sure that a good portion of the asylum is CG as well.
Right.
So I think that those things blended so well because almost none of it was real.
Right.
You know what part I know it's just weird to think of, like the hippo, because a lot of people in the chat are talking about the hippo, fuck the cartoon hippo, fuck the hippo, blah blah blah. But like the hippo's ears twitching, like there was a sense of realism with that. Like if you've ever been around animals and shit,
real hippo.
you notice that shit. It was just weird. It was cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
There was a large amount of practical effect that went into making that hippo as well. So I think one of the things that they did throughout those sequences is, like I said, they made things CG that shouldn't have been CG because you could have easily done them with just practical effects. And then they took things that normally would be CG and made practical. So as all those things meshed, it all felt a little off and all believable at the same time. Like, I think it's pretty expertly done. Like, it's good shit, I think.
I mean, if you think about it, most of this show is a man that's trapped in his own head.
Right.
He is seeing the world through somebody else's eyes, through somebody else's eyes. You have the reality of the world, and you have what he's projecting on the world, and you have what he used to project onto the world to get away from the bad. So the fact that we're, that like you said, that hyper realism makes sense in this whole scheme of things, is because this poor guy is, when the best part is when he's sitting before all of the gods in the pantheon.
Oh, that was amazing.
Where Ethan Hawke is saying, this man is broken and Khonshu is taking advantage of him, and Mark having to respond to that fuck, Hyro is right. Khonshu is taking advantage of the fact that I am a broken human.
Right.
Part of me has the skills to carry out what he wants to do, but part of me is only created because of the shit that I went through in life. And he's the moron, he's the idiot. Right. That's, part of it, because he was the one that took the brunt of the trauma that he received as a child. So I think that part when he's talking to all of the other gods, that he can't deny that I am a broken person. I need help. I really need help.
Yeah.
And another part was when they're in the asylum in his head. There was a lot of blowback for them choosing to have Mark call himself crazy. And had that you shouldn't use that word, and that we should move past that word. But on a realistic sense, as far as like, if it were me, I would be the person to say that I'm fucking crazy. I know I created this other personality. I know there's sides of me that I have no idea about because they're another side of me. Personally, I would call myself crazy. That's that realism that's there. Yeah. That there's a problem. You don't know what the problem is, but in the end, you're going to need therapy. You're going to need doctors, etc. I think that really kind of hit home when it comes to that.
Yeah, I think that this TV show handled mental illness in a very responsible way. And so the TV show, handled it in a way that not only allowed the character to explore and ultimately accept their mental, what's the word for it? Not inequity, but like maybe like mental instability. And also explain or set up a scenario where that individual would be willing to receive help. Like, not only accept that there's something not right, but also understanding that it needs to be worked on. And I think that the stigma that people have on mental illness often has this is broken, so just put it over there, and we'll just deal with the things that work. Even in cinema, like if something's broken, we just put it over there, and we don't work on it. I think it's super important in media that they acknowledge that most of us have things that need to be worked on, and it's completely okay to find help and to work on things about us that aren't exactly what they should be.
Right.
And I think a lot of stuff does that wrong. And, you know, Marvel and Disney, I think you did it right, you know, clap it up.
Yeah.
Anything else stand out to you guys about this series that, I mean, was exceptional or opposite? Like, is there anything about this that you were like, oh, they fucked that up?
I think they could have kept going. I think they could have made this a little bit longer.
8 episodes, I think, probably would have been more appropriate.
Right.
I agree. I just felt like it could have been a little bit longer. I'm not mad at how long it was, but I felt like they could have let, you know me, I'm always about letting a story breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could have let a few things breathe or added a little bit more here and there. I don't know what those things are,
Right.
but I do feel like 6 wasn't enough. 8 probably would have been. But you know, if you're gonna give me another season and continue this, cool.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know
Like-
if it's the conservative new way of doing shows and movies to kind of hold back as far as, wow, we don't want to make it too long. We don't want to drag it out. Game of Thrones was another one where, you know, you had all of this building to just in the last season and a half or whatever, where, you know, we're okay. You know, we'll watch 2 parts. We'll watch, you know, an extra couple episodes in order to make sure you guys get it right with what you're trying to sell. And I think there's a real conservative approach in, especially the way Disney Plus is pushing out shows, that we want to kind of condense it so it doesn't feel like it's too long. But most of us are like, hey, fucking give it to us.
Well, with that being said, do you think they might be doing that just to be like kind of just in case? What if this doesn't do well? You know, we didn't invest too much, but if it does, you know, hey, this did better than we thought, we can throw more to it.
That's what I think is that conservative look that, you know, if we
Scared.
hold back 2 episodes, it might save us a few $1 million if it flops.
Right.
Where, you know, you can almost see where that comes across in the beginning, that, you know, you shortened or cheapened something in order to make it, you know, shorter in the end.
Well, it's really kind of American developers seeing the brilliance of the way British programming has worked for years. Like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do this thing. If they like it, we'll go back and do some more.
Right.
It's almost like writing shows in modules. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, we'll give them this nugget. If they're into it, we'll keep making more nuggets. And the second they stop being into it, we'll just move on.
Right.
Maybe we'll come back and make some, like Doctor Who does that.
All the time.
Or historically did. You know, it'd be like 6, 7, 8 episodes, and then they wouldn't touch it for like 2 years. And then there'd be another run of Doctor Who's, like, part of that.
Oh, fuck you, bro. I don't want that.
Well, that's just the way they do it over there. What was The Office? Like 11 episodes?
Bullshit.
It wasn't tremendously long. And then what did Americans do when they made The Office? They're like, well, that's got to be 24 episodes.
Right.
And 3 seasons. You know, it's just a different approach. And in this situation, it kind of works. I don't know that I agree with 6, maybe 8.
8, bro. That's the sweet spot.
Absolutely.
It might be. I can't remember. It was something I was watching maybe a few years back. It was like 13. Oh, you know what? It was Daredevil. That they were like 13 episodes, man. That's the sweet spot.
Right.
And I think Disney drilled it down a little too tight. I think it's time to, back that off a little bit.
And I think a lot of that comes with social media anymore, that you have, it seems like the negative gets the microphone when it comes to a lot of social media, to where, you'll see these headlines come across, major publications of, Twitter's trending that, this sucks and, they should have done this and they should have done that. When, really the majority of people are like, that's not how I feel. Yeah. It's just, I'm not so ready to put my feelings out there because of that negativity, that need to hate something. We're seeing it with She-Hulk already. There are so many articles right now trashing She-Hulk. And we haven't seen it, but we barely saw a fucking trailer, man.
Minute and a half. All we saw was a minute and a half.
The fucking what's with the continuity of the Hulk and Dr. Banner? And I'm like, we don't know, bitch. You see the commercial. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right. You can't formulate an entire opinion on a series off of a fucking minute and a half worth of a trailer.
If you're lucky to get a minute and a half.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think that there's studios, especially when you see Marvel and Star Wars. Star Wars is a little different. That's a different animal, I would say. But when it comes to Marvel and a lot of different series, you see that cautious approach to where who fucking cares what the loudmouths on Twitter say?
Right.
Do something, create something, especially creating something original and run with it, man.
Well, the way I feel about it is if you created something and you've pulled all the taffy you want to pull, and that's 6 episodes, fucking good. But don't short yourself a couple of episodes when you know that you had 8 episodes of story or 10 episodes of story.
Right.
Like make the length of the season the length of the story.
Right. If there were 4 more episodes to Moon Knight, I would have watched them all.
Right.
And I guarantee the people that hated this fucking show from beginning to end would have watched them as well.
Yep. And honestly, if you make a 34-minute episode and 8 minutes of it is credits on the beginning and the end, you're always going to have people at the end of the episode go, man, it's too short.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa. If you make a fucking hour-long episode and there was 11 minutes of filler, people are going, well, they really fucking drug that out. I don't know how much longer I can watch Sand People fucking teach Boba Fett how to fucking play with his gaffy stick.
And drink some black gourds.
Yeah. Okay, there's got to be a middle ground here. But make the story you want and then decide how to break it up in episodes. Don't fucking make me X amount of episodes and either pull the taffy or fucking condense it. Just write your story and then figure out how to break it up.
If you have a story and you say, hey, listen, it's going to take me 8 episodes. And the studio says, well, no, you got to do it in 6. Fuck that studio.
Right.
Because you have 8 episodes worth of shit. Right.
Yep.
Stand by your guns, man. I need 8 episodes to do something. And fuck the studio, what they think. Because they're just looking at the money. That's overall what they're doing is saying, well, if we spend this, we want to make sure we get this. So honestly, that's where they're coming from. You're coming at them with the story and saying, no, my story is 8 episodes. My story is 10 episodes. My story is 22 episodes. This is what it's going to take in order to present what I'm bringing to the table. Stick with it, man. Or don't do it at all.
Yeah. Okay, before we wrap things up, because we like this series, right? I mean, there's no way to hash that out. We all enjoyed watching this series. It took Brady a little bit longer to come along, but by mid-series, you were like, I'm in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the end of this show. Let's talk about the giant fucking fight scene we got. We had fucking giant gods fighting. What I enjoyed the fuck out of the end of this series.
Yeah.
All the way up till, including Layla becoming a goddess herself, Avatar herself, and fighting, and you know, a lot of people are like, oh, she was a Mary Sue. And I'm like, I don't think so. Like she got imbued with the power of this goddess and she understood the suit.
I expected a little bit more of the last episode. Just a little bit more action. I thought there could have been, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm used to the Marvel properties. I just thought there was going to be a little bit more. I don't know what that is, and maybe I'm being a dick. I don't know, but I just expected a little bit more something.
I think that feeling comes from, oh, we finally got Moon Knight.
Yeah, he finally came back after we had him in the first 2 episodes, then he was gone, and now he's back.
Yeah, we finally got like fucking Batman, Moon Knight. You know,
like I was expecting a new uniform, like the whole fucking, you know, new costume, the whole get up. I don't know.
I hadn't considered that. Like, oh, like this is the upgrade scene.
Yeah.
I hadn't considered that.
And I think it kind of comes with the whole rushed kind of feeling to it, that we were being told an origin story in the middle of a story that the lives of everyone on Earth are held in the balance of.
Right.
And that, you know, we needed the backstory, but we're in the middle of something huge right now that we need Moon Knight. So, you know, moving away from Moon Knight and finding out what's going on inside his brain. Like I said, great writing. I enjoyed it, but it felt like we were rushed for the part where we needed Moon Knight. And not just this confliction inside of him, you know, going on. I think we needed, you know, like I said, you name the thing Moon Knight, we should have gotten more than Moon Knight.
I agree with that.
But that fight scene was probably 20 minutes long. And if you go to watch Avengers, the big fight scene at the end is probably 20 minutes long.
I want it to be more grandiose, more, I don't know. I just expected more pizzazz. I don't know if that's the right thing. A grander scale of it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm expecting yet, because I don't know how many seasons these things are going to be like. If this was all I get, like I wanted a little bit more, but if you're going to bring me into season 2, like I'm going to be accepting of the way season 1 ended. I don't know.
So here's my issue with the last episode. There's a blackout scene in the last episode. I forget the third character.
Jake Lockley.
So obviously we find out later it was Jake Lockley came forward and wrecked shop.
Right.
Right. I would have loved to seen that portion of what happened. You know what I mean? I would have loved to see Moon Knight fucking, or I mean Mark Spector fucking blink out, Jake Lockley step in, and you see a completely different level of mercenary style fighting, and you go, oh fuck. You know what I mean? As opposed to just there's a blink and then Mark looks around. Yeah. And Steven's like, well, it wasn't me.
Talking about the ending of the show, did anybody notice on the limo? Did anybody else notice on the limo?
Spectre.
It said Spectre, even though that was Jake Lockley.
Right. Yep.
I thought that was
Spectre's limo.
That's that kick to the Spectre was the rich, you know, mogul.
Spectre was the fucking millionaire, whatever, playboy guy.
Yeah.
I thought that was fucking cool.
And it was kind of neat that they used that whole, you know, like, you know, Khonshu's a dick. Like he's literally taking advantage of Mark. And we held that right to the end to where you know, that he was like, yeah, we'll renegotiate the deal. Yeah, you're free. Knowing that he's like, yeah, you are free out of the 3 personalities that you have going on right now. Right. But I'm going to hook up with the other personalities. So you guys are going to go back to pretending that nothing's wrong. Steven's going to be strapped up to his bed with a pile of sand around his bed to show if he left or not. And Mark is a character within, that created Steven, but we have no idea who Jake Lockley is. And that he is the ultimate fucking, sociopath that will do whatever needs to get done, in order to get vengeance.
And he just looked like an asshole too, bro. Like his whole demeanor was just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Right.
So, what do we find out at some point that Mark and Steven are both personas of Jake, or is Jake a third or another persona of Mark?
That's the part I think that is the funness of taking it from the comics to the movies is we can twist and turn that. This is our source material, but look, we gave you all this. You know these stories. We want to kind of tweak it a little bit, give you a little bit of surprise. So I'm okay with that, especially being a person who doesn't have a deep interest in Moon Knight, or a deep investment. Like Moon Knight's not my guy. So like if you change some of his origin shit, me on a personal level, I'm not going to be upset about it. Whereas if you did that with Spider-Man, I'd be like, what?
No, hell no.
Right. Like in the first Spider-Man movie, when they made the shit come out of his fucking hands or his wrist and he didn't create web shooters, I had a problem with that.
Right.
I had a big fucking problem with that. But I don't know enough of Moon Knight to have a fucking problem with shit.
Right.
He's not Batman. He's not Superman. He's not Spider-Man. He doesn't have this, we know your origin stories, we know about you kind of thing.
And I think Jake Lockley is the character that he probably created in order to do the things that needed to get done because
he couldn't do them.
He couldn't do them personally. So he created this, sociopathic, do whatever needs to get done because I'm a mercenary. Kind of a character, and that's probably what drew Khonshu to him in the first place, is because he has that side of him that will just do what needs to get done. This guy's bad, take out bad guy dead, all good.
Right.
There's going to be gods that are pissed off too about Steven getting out of fucking purgatory. Like that's going to come home to roost at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if we're going to get the second season that I think we all want, but
I think we will.
If it happens, then we definitely we're definitely going to see some weirder shit.
Dude, I think everything's fucking connected to this fucking Secret Wars shit, dude. I really do. Like, I think they're only telling, just like they're so hush hush with Star Wars shit. Disney's gonna be hush hush with Marvel shit. Oscar Isaacs can only tell you he's got this much contract for this time, but he's leaving this out, and this guy over here doing Thor, and that guy doing Captain America. Like, they're gonna be quiet about things because it's all coming to this giant Secret Wars thing where we can fucking hit the giant reset on everything.
Yep. And there's a lot of talk of Midnight Suns. There's a lot of talk of the new generation of our beloved superheroes. With being the Project X with the X-Men, X2. You're like everything that we're coming to a new generation.
Yes.
Because with a new generation comes a basically a blank canvas. We can paint whatever we want with that blank canvas,
and they can actually begin the canvas with like, this is how we're gonna do this shit. Whereas like they started with Iron Man and that was its only thing. They never said Iron Man to fucking Avengers Infinity War. You know what I mean? Like they never looked at it like that. So
and wrap it around and connect it to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Unless you were a super fan of the comics, was another very obscure kind of offshoot of Marvel. Unless you were into the comics, you didn't know who the hell they were.
Yeah. Right.
So
I gotta say, Brady, now that you say that, while I can see your new bucket, I see huge Iron Man vibes on your new Michigan bucket.
Dude, I can see that too.
Put it on your head, bro.
Fuck yeah. It's got that core Iron Man simple look.
Now, all it needs to do is go.
Dude, that'd be fucking bitching.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
That'd be pretty badass.
it's pretty dope. You did a hell of a job on that.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna say something for LG right now. Go blue.
Go blue.
Yay, go blue.
See if she's still awake, because I haven't seen her in the chat for a minute.
Yeah, I think she passed out, bro.
This could be.
We've been talking a while. All right, let's wrap this up.
Fuck up.
Let's wrap this up.
Let's
Is there anything else you guys want to hit on before we stop talking about Moonknight?
Girl's awake.
Dragon Buddy! I'm eating
she's
cereal.
awake.
Had a girl.
Elmo fire me.
I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I like
What
tater
now?
tots.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's your jam?
You don't like Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Not really.
Oh,
You know what I do like?
If you're going to say like Wheat Thins or some shit, get the fuck out of my face.
Suck a
shredded wheat.
fucking dick.
I
I like
shredded
Golden
wheat.
Grams. And I
Okay.
like them, what's it, sugar crisps or whatever?
Oh,
Golden
yeah.
Crisp? Golden Crisp.
Golden Crisp.
Yes.
Cookie Crisp are good.
No.
Cookie crisp.
I'm out. I'm out, bro.
Oh, come on.
The fake ass cookie taste, I can't do it.
Cocoa Krispies for the win.
It's
Oh,
because
yes.
you're an adult. It's because you're an adult. When you were a kid, you love that shit.
Cocoa Krispies. I'll even do Fruit Loops.
fuck yeah.
But,
What's wrong with Fruit Loops? Why would you? I'd even do Fruit Loops. That doesn't make no sense.
I'm saying,
Everybody does Fruit Loops.
like I've known people who are like, you know what? I like Frosted Flakes, and I'm like, why?
You know what? I don't like Cheerios. They smell like education.
These fucking cereals smells like homeroom.
Right? I don't like it, dude. It smells like learning. That's bullshit.
I'd eat this, but it's
Right? Like you're
that.
like 3 months old, and they're like, "How many Cheerios did it put in the thing?" And you're like, "What the fuck,
Fuck
dude?"
you! Give me some fucking fruity pebbles, you bitch.
Exactly.
I like Honey Nut Cheerios though.
Honey Nut Cheerios are pretty delicious.
Absolutely, man. Yeah.
I like Cinnamon Life. Not so much regular Life.
See, as one of those adult cereals, I fucking can't. I can't get enough Raisin Bran. I fucking love.
Oh, I like
Bran.
Raisin Bran,
See,
bro.
I don't do raisins.
Fucking love Raisin Bran. I don't know.
I
what the
like
fuck
Raisin
it is
Bran,
about it.
bro. Always
Skip
have
me.
since I was a kid.
Yep, me too, man.
When somebody's like, I like Frosted Flakes, I'm like, fuck you, bro.
Fucking weird.
Raisin Bran.
Flakes with a fucking scoop of sugar on that shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the fucking notes right there. But when it's still
Oh.
crunchy and it's not soggy from the milk,
Mhm.
Oh, see, I'm also a guy that says pour the milk in, and I'm gonna walk away and go do something. Maybe you know.
yo, you're a sick whore, DB.
I
Yeah.
am, man. Just
You are
give
a
me that
sick
mush. I love
bastard.
the mush. Give me the mush.
Fucking gross.
You are a sick bastard.
You know what? Give me the mushy fucking Cocoa Krispies with chocolate milk.
Chantel's talking naughty. Golden Grams, so good.
Golden grams are so good.
I love Golden.
Yes.
I'll eat a
I-
whole box of Golden Grams, bro.
Then they
I
made the
just-
different flavored golden grams.
I don't know anything about. Now you're talking crazy talk.
I know. I'm just saying.
I put the Golden Grams in the milk, and then I eat all the Golden Grams, and then the milk is low, so I add milk, and then I got too much milk, so I have to add the Golden Grams, and then I eat, and then there's not enough cereal, so I put more cereal in, and then there's not enough milk, and then the box is gone.
Ridiculous, bro.
It's why I don't buy cereal, man. I can't be a grown up.
That's the way I am with bacon. I'm cooking the whole fucking package.
Fucking
Yeah?
A right.
Like if
Whole
it's
pound of
one
bacon.
person for four
Kelly will
person,
say that.
I'm
Listen,
fucking
the
cooking
recipe
whole
calls for Kelly will say recipe calls for a half a pound of bacon. Well, you know, I'm
Fuck
fucking
you.
cooking a whole thing.
right?
There's,
Exactly.
I don't
there's no
give a
half
fuck.
a pound
Fine,
of bacon.
Take half of it. I'll eat the other half as an appetizer.
Right. That's why I like that griddle. It's 36 inches of griddle top. I can put 2 pounds of bacon on it and have room for eggs and hash browns.
Fucking A.
And I,
Do it right.
you know, like when you're cooking bacon in a pan, you got to pull off the bacon, put it on a strip, and then the next strip. when I'm cooking it on the griddle, I put the whole fucking pound of bacon on there.
Let it
And
spread
as it
itself
starts to
out.
cook, I just like slide it off a little bit and spread it out with
Fuck yeah.
No, I treat my bacon right. When I got that thick cut, I fucking individually separate it. I fucking lay it in X's. So I put one piece down, one piece. And then I treat it to the pan. So you're going to die.
You need a griddle in your life, son.
Well,
You
buy
need
me.
Griddles are so much nicer.
You need a 5-burner cast iron griddle outside,
Ooh.
stainless steel, fuck your life.
Fucking Blackstone motherfucker.
Yes.
Do it. Make it happen for me.
I'm gonna do my best.
Okay, that's all I ask.
You keep
All the
you keep
bacon.
you keep doing you, and I'm gonna get you a $300 griddle.
Hell yeah.
Don, I just cooked 3 pounds of bacon. I am the happiest motherfucker that ever motherfucker.
I will give you all the thank yous. I'll send
Most
you-
likely what's going to happen is somebody's going to come out with something cooler than the thing that I already got. I'll buy it and I'll be like, Brady, you want this one?
Hell yeah. I'll take it.
He'll be like, I will cook bacon on that.
It
Hell
only
yeah.
cooks 2 pounds. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm like, I can only cook 14 hamburgers on this, and I got people coming. Here, have this.
Ridiculous. Let's wrap this shit up.
Let's
Fuck
wrap
yeah.
this shit up. Everybody make sure that you like this video, teabag it, drop your cheddar on it, whatever you got to do.
Ooh, clam
Give us a
slam.
5-star review, no stars, any review. Fucking screenshot that shit. Send it to me, Brady, Chris, Lunar Girl.
We need
Brady.
I've been searching all over. We ain't got no fucking reviews.
We
Brady
need
will read
reviews,
it on the
guys.
show.
I don't fucking read it. I looked. I went to Spotify. Nothing. We don't have a
The-
who's gonna be the first to do a Spotify review? Because we
Yeah.
don't fucking have one.
The listener base on this show keeps expanding and no reviews.
It's fucking
You're
nuts.
watching,
Tell us.
but you're not writing
Hey, tell us
reviews.
you guys are pretty funny. Or hey, you guys suck dick.
Yeah.
Just tell us.
Let us know.
Make Brady say something fucked up like, I'm going to stick my own toes in my butthole. And he'll say it on the show.
I'm glad we're getting off soon because I want to see if I can do that.
See? Quick, say it.
Quick, make it happen. Make it so, number one.
I got brown toe.
Brown toe. Trim your nails first.
Okay.
Bing bong.
A couple of buttholes. I don't know where we're at.
Please make sure.
You subscribe to us wherever you get your fucking podcasts.
Follow us on social media. Interact with us on the gram, Twitter, Facebook. Go to bio.link/ATSW the escape pod, and you'll have a link to all of it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Chantel, you can write another review. We'll still read it.
We will. Brady will.
Fuck yeah, I will. Do it on Spotify. Ain't nobody done one on Spotify yet.
Yeah.
Get it. Get it.
Brady, tell these motherfuckers where they can find you.
Hey, you know where you motherfuckers will find me? Instagram and Twitter. Lowercase O, 0, capital BIG, underscore, capital LOVIN. 0, lowercase O. Once again, Instagram and Twitter. Don, tell these fine motherfuckers where they can find you.
I am at the escape pod on Twitter, doing all of the escape poddy things. I am at Jetfire1979 on Twitter, doing my own thing.
Never.
Yeah.
Nope.
I am. What else am I doing? I am DellaSnooch on Instagram. That's where I'm at, doing what I do. And I'm on Twitch, doing fucking streams for Red 5 Network Gaming. And on YouTube, doing streams for Red 5 Network Gaming.
Hell yeah.
Awful lot of Elden Ring right now. There'll be different stuff later, but right now I'm fucking Elden Ring like it's my only girl.
It's true. It's kind of
Yeah.
gross.
I'm taking Elden Ring home to meet Mama. I love it so much.
Kind of gross.
It is. It's very gratuitous.
It's a lot.
I don't want to be a part of it. Chris, tell these fine motherfuckers where they can find you, buddy.
You can find me at Dragon_Buddy on the gram. You can also find me on Twitter at Dragon_Bud. 2 D's, double D.
Double the D pleasure.
Double the dickin'.
Double
Wait,
D.
that's a different thing.
This guy's
Oh.
crazy.
It's twice the D. You can find us in other great podcasts at thered5network.com. But better off, go to bio.link/red5.
I shared that with somebody today, and guess what? They did it, and the link works.
Hell
You can
yeah.
find all our stuff.
All of it.
So, thanks for hanging out with us.
We'll see you guys next time.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you.
And
And go blue.
Go blue.
bitches.
Bitches.
This podcast is part of the Red 5 Network. For more Red 5 Network podcasts, visit red5network.com.